So this is second part of the series. Days turned into mouths as I helped the Titans with the crises that has been happening. Robin made me a deal, but I didn't have to if I don't want to, but he said if I help them and after when it all over Raven will send me back to my own world, but you know what, I chose to stay just until they didn't need my help anymore, and besides I'm not just a shinobi anymore, I'm a Teen Titans now. Grandma Tsunade, I hope you read this because I want you to know how much I miss you and I will never abandon my own home and I hope you will understand. Your favorite ninja Naruto Uzumaki. California, Jump City, Titan's Tower. It was 4:30 in the morning when he heard a voice talking to him. Naruto slowly got up as he saw the old third Hokage standing in front of his bed. Good morning Naruto, I see that you're doing well, said the third Hokage smoking his pipe. I can also see you're making new friends. Hey, old man, what are you doing here? Said Naruto was too tired to remember the third Hokage is dead. I didn't want to miss my favorite ninja becoming man for the first time. This is the first time I have ever seen you do a mission by yourself. Well, your new friends watching over you and I have to admit they seem to be a lot nicer and more understanding than your old friend, said the third Hokage. Well, thanks for stopping by, you can leave me alone now like you always have. Naruto was a little upset at the third for not being there enough. The Hokage frowned a little and regretted not being there enough to protect the boy. Besides, you won't even tell me who my parents are, so why even show up? Asked Naruto, but then he realized, hold on a second, you're dead. Naruto freaked the hell out as he noticed the Hokage was a ghost. What? That's impossible, ghosts don't exist, and even if you were a ghost shouldn't you be at the other world? Asked Naruto, who was scared. Naruto, only you can see me, the nine-tailed fox can gives you the ability to talk to the dead, and for your information it doesn't matter what world you are in, ghost can do anything. Said the Hokage in a firm voice, I am sorry I never told you about your parents, but I'm afraid you have to find out yourself. The memories you have been having lately should be the key on finding out who they were, and it is your destiny to find the truth about your life. Wait. What truth? Asked Naruto confused. There is a horrible truth about being a Jinchuriki and how you've gotten it, and you must find out yourself. I would tell you, but if I tell you, you might never want to go back home, said the third Hokage. Naruto didn't like the sound of that, but he had no choice but to find out the truth of being a demon container. Old man, what should I do? Asked Naruto. One of your new friends have the answer, the dark hooded one should help you, so as long as she is around there shouldn't be any problem finding the truth, said the Hokage. Goodbye Naruto and good luck. The Hokage faded away and was gone. Naruto was shocked at the information he has just received. If he needed to know everything about himself, then maybe it will lead on who his parents were. Naruto, giving it a long thought, he went back to sleep. Hours have passed when Naruto started to have a nightmare that seemed so real. Naruto dreamt that the pervy sage was being attacked by the Akatsuki in the rain country. Naruto kept moving around in his bed and then he shot up his head yelling, Jiraiya, look out. Naruto woke up from his nightmare and noticed it was raining outside. Naruto got up from his bed and went to his bathroom to splash water in his face. Naruto then opened up his closet that had 20 of the same orange jumpsuits and a stash of ninja weapons. Naruto's new friends made him the same orange jumpsuits just in case if the one he has on doesn't get ruined. Naruto took his headband and went out the door to try to find Raven, however it was just him and Raven who were at the tower. Robin and Cyborg went to go gather the other Titans, and Starfire went to the mall to go shopping, and Beast Boy went to go see an old friend of theirs. Naruto went to the main room and found Raven making tea for herself. Good morning Raven, said Naruto grabbing a Pop-Tart. Raven glanced at him and went back to her tea. You're not still mad about what happened a week ago with the plane, are you? Asked Naruto. Oh, no, the past is behind use, said Raven drinking her tea. Then what wrong? Asked Naruto eating the Pop-Tart. It's just, Naruto, do you think I'm strong? Asked Raven looking up at Naruto. Well, of course Raven, I think you're very strong indeed, but I never seen fight physically before, you know, fight with your hands and feet, said Naruto. Raven gave Naruto an evil grin of him not knowing how much he doesn't know how much physical she knows. Well Naruto, how about this, we'll fight each other one-on-one, no powers or jutsus, just hand-to-hand combat, and if I win you take me out to dinner, said Raven with an evil smile. Naruto grinned back, who was started to like the sound of that. And what if I win? Asked Naruto. If you win I'll pay for the dinner, said Raven, challenging Naruto to a fight. You're on. Naruto shook Raven's hand accepting the challenge. Deep into space. Deep into space the Red Lantern Corps fleet were passing by Saturn as they were headed to Earth. Inside the ship sitting on the was a very scary alien named Atrocitus. He is the leader of the Red Lantern Corps and an enemy of the Guardians of the Universe. Atrocitus can sense a great power of rage coming from Earth, and it's nothing he has ever felt before. Rage, it is close, I can smell it. Said Atrocitus, smelling the air. I don't know what it is, but I must have it. Zilius Zox came flouting by as he came to report of what the energy came from. Master, we have report that the energy is coming from a young earthling, said Zilius Zox as he shown his master an image of what the boy looked like. It was a blonde-headed boy who seemed to be in his teens and has an orange jumpsuit and wears a headband on his head. So you're saying all that rage is coming that pathetic-looking human? Said Atrocitus, glaring at Zilius Zox. Zelius flouted back from his master's anger, but then his master started laughing. Atrocitus was laughing hard as this day couldn't get any better. I guess I shouldn't judge a book by its cover, because when we have that rage we will be unstoppable, said Atrocitus. Zelius Zox, send Abysma, Antipathy and Dexstar to scout ahead, we must have that power, yelled Atrocitus. Back at the Titan's tower, Naruto was in the dojo room barefooted with a karate uniform on with a black belt. Naruto was practicing on his punches and kicks while waiting for Raven, but then Naruto heard a voice. Naruto, I'm ready, said Raven. Naruto saw Raven barefooted, seeing her black toe-nail polish. She had a black karate uniform with a red belt. Naruto walked towards Raven as he saw that she looked pretty good in a karate uniform. They both bowed at each other and then they both got to their fighting stances. Naruto and Raven both looked at each other in the eye waiting for who was gonna go first. Naruto gave Raven a high block, side kick, low kick, uppercut, then a roundhouse kick. Raven managed to block and dodge all of them. Raven flipped away from Naruto, then jumped and did a flying kick. Naruto blocked the kick, but then Raven did a low punch on his gut where it was open, but Naruto grabbed Raven's hand before it hit and twisted Raven's arm, but Raven quickly got free from Naruto's grip and grabbed his throat and pressed her fingers in it. Naruto knew that Raven could cut out his air supply, so that he gotten free and did a headbutt on her. Raven shook her head from the pain and continued to attack Naruto. Raven kicked Naruto in the face and Naruto flipped backwards away from her. Naruto luckily landed on his feet and did knife hand on Raven, who managed to block. Naruto had to admit Raven was pretty badass at fighting. He never seen her fight like this before until now. Naruto did a bicycle kick which hit Raven pretty hard as she fell on the floor, but she got right back up after that. Raven charged at Naruto and jumped and did a flying kick, and Naruto saw the sole of her foot collide with his face. Naruto spat out blood as he fell down on the floor, and when he opened his eyes again he found Raven on top of him looking at his eyes. Raven saw the blood dripping out of his mouth and started to lick the blood off of Naruto's lips. Naruto felt her tongue on his face and embraced it by squeezing Raven's hips. Well, I guess I win, and you owe me dinner, said Raven, grinning at Naruto. Moment later Raven took Naruto to go see Dr. Fate, but little did they know they were being watched. A teenage girl with a gun and a sword and a mask was watching Naruto and Raven leave the tower. I found them, Daddy. Can I kill them now? Asked the bloodthirsty Ravager. Patience, sweetie, Robin is the prize. I can care less for the orange ninja, but however keep a close eye on them, said Slade speaking through the walkie-talkie. Raven was flying above the city while holding Naruto's hand. Raven then created a portal for them to get to Dr. Fate's home faster. Tower of Fate. Naruto and Raven found themselves in Dr. Fate's tower. Naruto examined the place as he saw so many strange artifacts on the walls. Raven however kept walking through the hallway. Naruto then started to follow Raven as they finally found the room Dr. Fate was in. Naruto saw Dr. Fate. Dr. Fate had a golden helmet on with a golden cape and gold gloves. Who enters the Tower of Fate? Said Dr. Fate with his strange booming voice. Naruto saw Raven on her knees bowing down to the doctor. Dr. Fate, it is an honor to finally meet you in person. I am Raven and this is my friend Naruto Uzumaki, said Raven having her head facing the floor. Dr. Fate walked towards Naruto and Raven and glanced at them. Dr. Fate chuckled at the respect Raven was giving him and told her to rise. Dr. Fate then looked at Naruto up and down and seemed to recognize him. Naruto Uzumaki, you look so much like your mother. It's such a shame for her not to see what became of you, said Dr. Fate. Naruto and Raven were shocked of what Dr. Fate said. Dr. Fate seems to know about Naruto's mother. Why you know my mom? Asked the shocked Naruto, who was shaking. Kinda, I never meet her in person but I've watched her and your father make the sacrifice they made to protect you and your village, said Dr. Fate, who walked towards the crystal ball. Naruto, who was your mother? Asked Raven. I have no idea, I never meet her in my life but I've tried to find out who she was as long as I could remember, responded Naruto, but how would you know them? Naruto asked Dr. Fate. I watch many worlds from many universes and I see the fate the people go through. I know many things and I've seen the fate your parents made for you and it was not to harm you but to protect you, said Dr. Fate. Protect me. Because of the choice they made they ruined my life. Yelled Naruto as he felt the subject was a bit sensitive for him to handle. Besides, I don't know what gave them the idea to just let the fourth Hokage put a demon in their child. I know it's hard to accept it and there is no reason to be grateful either, but what's done is done. However, in your alternate parts of your world it is a different story. Dr. Fate showed Naruto a visions of alternate world of what would it look like if Naruto's parents were alive. Naruto saw himself as a 4-year-old again and he was be carried by his mother. Naruto didn't see her face but all he could see was her long red hair. Naruto as never saw himself that happy before in that age. Then Naruto saw himself as an adult at his mid-20th and saw himself as the 6th Hokage and being married to Hinata. Before Naruto could say anything a different vision appeared of a different alternate world. Naruto saw himself murdering all of his friends and destroying the Leaf Village and he saw himself ripping Grandma Tsunade's head off with his bare hands. Naruto saw the world of what would happen if he finally snapped and became evil. Naruto was stunned of what he saw and then Dr. Fate continued to explain, you might find hard to believe Naruto, but it was your destiny come to this world. It was written and you were meant to meet the Titans, also in your world you're not the only hero Naruto. Dr. Fate showed Naruto a different vision of many other heroes who lived in the same world as Naruto's. First Naruto saw an older teen with a black kimono wielding a giant sword, Ichigo Kurosaki from Bleach. Then Naruto saw a scary schoolgirl with fangs and claws and silver hair, Mocha Akashiya from Rosario Vampire. Naruto then saw a weird boy with a straw hat on who can stretch his body ridiculously far, Luffy D. Monkey from One Piece. Then Naruto then saw a young boy who was flying through the sky, he had red blazing hair and a kimono on, Ultimo. Naruto then saw 2 young ones, Yo Asakura Anna Kyoima from Shaman King. Naruto then saw a samurai with a scar on his face, Kenshin Himura. They are all heroes from your world and you are the most powerful one, said Dr. Fate as he finished showing Naruto the visions. Naruto then snapped out of his thoughts of the other heroes he saw and asked Dr. Fate, listen, what do you know of my mother? Asked Naruto. I'm sorry Naruto, but I'm afraid I can't say. It's your destiny to find out yourself and you will in the future, said Dr. Fate. Okay, let's not get sidetracked. Dr. Fate, we need your help. Naruto is having the side effect from him traveling to our world from his and he will lose his memories from his world forever if you don't heal him, said Raven. I am aware of that, but if I do he might have to go through all the memories he has forgotten and it won't be easy either, not with the 9 tails in his body, said Dr. Fate as he walked up to Raven. Come back in 2 weeks, I'll get everything ready, just make sure Naruto takes it easy. Raven nodded and shook Dr. Fate's hand. Thank you Dr. Fate, said Raven. Yeah, thanks Doc. Said Naruto, shook the doctor's hand too and they went back home. California, San Francisco. Naruto and Raven made it back to the T-Tower and they noticed it wasn't raining anymore. Naruto landed on the island. He felt being watched by someone. Naruto, is something wrong? Asked Raven. Raven, do you feel that? Asked Naruto. Feel what? Asked Raven. Then all of a sudden a little green metal ball fell in front of them. Hey, what that thing? Asked Naruto, but was pushed by Raven as the metal green ball exploded. Ravager charged at them and gotten out her sword and tried to cut Naruto and Raven to pieces. Naruto dodged the crazy girl's sword as he felt the blade cut his cloths. Ravager then took out her rifle and pointed it at Naruto. What's that thing? Asked Naruto. Naruto, that's a gun and look out. Yelled Raven as she pushed Naruto away from the bullets. Bang! Bang, 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 bang. The gun was loud as it could be heard a mile away. Naruto and Raven took cover behind a rock. Raven used her powers to push the and use it as a shield. She then threw the rock to crush Ravager, but then Ravager dodged it. Naruto threw his kunai knives at Ravager, which they all missed her. Shadow Clone Jutsu. Yield. Naruto. Then there were 20 Naruto charging at Ravager. The crazy assassin girl started to shoot down all the Naruto clones until she hits the real one, but one by one all the clones seemed to be fake. Until she heard the ninja pop out of the ground behind her and then grabbed her. "You sent you?" asked Naruto. "Slade did, and he sent me to send you a message," said Ravager as she grabbed her sword and thrusted Naruto behind her. Naruto shot open his eyes as he felt the blade go right through him. Naruto slowly looked at the blade inside his stomach and he could see that it was so deep it came out through the other side of his back. Ravager quickly took the blade out then and putted it back in its scabbard. Naruto fell to his knees and saw the gush of blood squirting out of him. "You choose to be a Titan, you die with the Titans," Ravager said. Raven saw Naruto get stabbed before her eyes. She felt a huge amount of anger growing inside her and slowly she started to get pissed. A dark aura came out of Raven's body and then Raven started having 4 eyes instead of 2. Her fingers became claws and her teeth became fangs, and instead of tears coming out of her eyes, blood dripped out of her eyes and saliva started to drip from her mouth like she had rabies. Raven stripped of her cape and hood and to reveal herself, muscle began to bulge and grow bigger and bigger than average, and he grew a foot taller and her skin became red and 2 horns popped out of her skull. Raven charged at her like an animal and began to slash at Ravager. Ravager tried to dodge every attack, but Raven was too fast for her, but unexpected Raven did a striking and pulled Ravager's left eye out. "Eh!" Ravager screamed in pain as she lost her left eye. Ravager then looked at Raven as she noticed Raven's fist connected with her jaw, which made her flew back from the pressure of the punch. Raven was gonna go after her until she heard a weak voice call her name. Raven, stop," said Naruto trying to stay alive. Raven saw Naruto trying to get up and then changed back to normal and helped Naruto with his wounds. Raven tried so hard not to cry and tried to focus on healing Naruto's wound with her powers. Naruto's vision became very blurry. The sky became dark, then Naruto started to see the front door of the Titan Tower open and saw heavenly light on the other side. Naruto began to crawl to it, but little did he know that Raven was dragging him, but that's not what Naruto saw. Naruto crawled closer to the light as he saw 2 figures coming out from the light. One of them started to call for him and told him to come to the light. "Naruto, it's use. Come to the light, me and your father missed you so much, we missed you Naruto, it's time to come home, please come to the light Naruto." Naruto knew the shadowy figures were his mother and father calling to him. Naruto crawled closer and closer and then Naruto's mother let out a hand. "It's time to come home Naruto, let's be together as a family in heaven," said Naruto's mother. Naruto was about to grab his mother's hand and just one touch and his journey is all over. But then, Naruto slowly opened his eyes and found himself in the infirmary. Naruto saw Raven's head on his stomach. Naruto saw that he was healed and slowly got up from bed, and when Raven woke up she saw that Naruto was okay, then gave him a tight hug. "Naruto, you're okay. I thought I lost you," said Raven crying on his shoulder. Naruto however was a bit stunned that he saw his mother and father and could only say 2 words that he could think of. "Mom. Dad. Dear Derry, I almost lost Naruto today. Some crazy bitch jumped on Use and tried to kill Use. Way she dressed was similar to Slade and no doubt she was sent by Slade, but besides that I don't know if I should be with Naruto. What if me and him are not meant to be together, or what if we do fall in love with each other and we both get our hearts broken in the end? I knew I shouldn't have asked Naruto out for dinner. I don't know if I'm ready to express my feeling yet. What if I kill him by accident, then what will I do? I should have never thought such things in the first place, and now I shouldn't be with him, but how can't I not be with him? I promise I'll look after him, and the more I even look at him the more I feel in love. It's like Naruto has this face that turns me on, and when I look at him I'm more interested in him, and when I even touch him the more I want him. I just don't know what to think anymore. For now I think I should avoid him." Titan's Tower. After what happened yesterday, Raven told Naruto not to mention anything about what happened yesterday. She told him if Robin found out that Slade sent an assassin to kill them, then Robin would be trying to find Slade all day and night and he wouldn't stop until Slade to brought to justice. She says that there is one man Robin hates the most in the world, and that's Slade. so when all the Titans came back Naruto kept his mouth shut about what happened yesterday. Raven realized she was too dangerous for Naruto and for her to ask him to dinner. She realized she wasn't acting like herself. She can never love a man in her life, so she decided to stay away from him. The next few days had been a bit tense between Raven and Naruto. Naruto was convinced that Raven was avoiding him. Raven was avoiding Naruto because she was convinced that she couldn't go through falling in love with him. Not what she did to Ravager and what Ravager did made her not herself. After a while the comfort between each other's presence had altered to how it was before, where they could stay in the same room as the other without the need to run away. Naruto and Raven were alone together in the living room. Naruto had rapidly gotten the hang of the futuristic TV. Naruto sat in front of the giant scene watching a show about ninjas and found himself incredibly bored. He had given up trying to find the ninjas' faults and the places in which simple jutsus would have solved a complicated situation. These ninjas had no grasp of strategy or technique. He merely sat and watched now with a mild curiosity and began enjoying the film for what it was, bad. Raven was on the same couch as him. She had propped herself up on 2 cushions and lay down to read. She was only a little way off from him and Naruto found it difficult to get her out of his mind. When the other Titans arrived back at the T-Tower, he had been asked questions over and over by Beast Boy about what they did when they were gone and what happened, and Robin stopped BB from bugging him. The book Raven was reading looked particularly old. It was brown and hardback. Naruto took a glance at one of the pages and his keen eyes saw the title of the book placed as a generic header of the left page. Legend of the Bijou. He smiled slightly. Raven suddenly let the book rest against her chest and she looked calm and unmoving. Naruto realized she was asleep. He knew she hadn't been sleeping. He didn't know how he knew, but he did. The cushions couldn't take the weight of her relaxed head and she slowly slid down, and before Naruto realized what had happened, she was resting on his lap. He looked down at her. Her hood was down and her face looked, for once, peaceful instead of strained, like there was some emotion behind there after all. Naruto had noticed how she barely laughed or even smiled. Her eyes were always dull and it seemed she had no life most of the time, but he knew she had to be this way. He didn't know really why, but he had a feeling it had something to do with what happened on the boat. Naruto was suddenly stricken with the urge to kiss her forehead. I wonder what it'd be like, He slowly began to lower his head. Hey dudes! Beast Boy said as he burst through the door. Raven woke with a start and sat up quickly, picking her book up off of her chest. Naruto stood up and tried to look innocent, failing miserably. Hi, what's going on? Beast Boy said warily. Nothing, Raven just, fell asleep and, Naruto stuttered. Naruto thought that Beast Boy was going to laugh at him and joke about what he had walked in on, but instead he just stood there, with a straight look upon his face, and an unidentifiable emotion behind his eyes. Oh, I'll just leave you alone then, Beast Boy said. His voice was monotone and unreadable. It was not his joking self. Really, nothing was happening, Naruto tried to explain as Beast Boy walked away. I know, I'll just, come back later, I've got stuff to do. Beast Boy trailed off. He turned on his heel and walked away quickly. Naruto felt helpless. He knew what Beast Boy was feeling. He had seen it before. Beast Boy liked Raven. Naruto could see it, and now Naruto was in the way. Raven, we need to talk, Naruto said. About what? Asked Raven. You do know he likes you, right? Naruto said. Beast Boy. Are you sure? She asked. It's written all over his face, Naruto answered. Raven didn't remark. She hung her head, obviously in deep thought. Raven, do you, like me? Naruto said. A large blush suddenly erupted in his face, making him warm and slightly woozy. For the first time, it seemed that Raven had some normal color to her skin. It suddenly went pink with more blush than ever before. The lamp next to her suddenly exploded, shocking Naruto a little bit. Raven suddenly grew depressed. A sad look came on her face. What does it matter? It's not like I can be with anyone. I'm too dangerous, she said, holding onto her left arm tightly. That's not true. You're one of the most gentle people I know, admittedly, sometimes a bit scary, but gentle nonetheless, he argued. Raven didn't look at him. She stared at her feet and merely stood there doing nothing. You don't know me, Raven said darkly. Maybe I want to, Naruto said kindly. Raven glared at him. If I feel, she began almost angrily, even just one single emotion, people could die. She looked at him in the eyes. He knew it was the truth. My power is linked to my emotions. If I lose control of them, I can't stop it. I won't hurt those I care about. I'm sorry. She flew up into the ceiling and into a black portal. Naruto just stared at the spot where she had been standing. He didn't want to have heard what she said, but he couldn't forget it. Raven, I know you have feelings for me, and the thing is, I'm starting to have feelings for you too, which is rare for me, but, do you love me enough to just admit it? Said Naruto, talking to himself, but then Naruto realized, every time they are together and when they make contact nothing explodes. It's like nothing bad happens when she is with her lover. Naruto got an idea and he was about to ask Raven out to dinner. Beast Boy was walking across the hall until he saw the room he tried to avoid his whole life. This room used to be Terra's room, now it's just an empty room that collect dust. Beast Boy went inside and noticed that the paint on the walls were fading. Terra was now a schoolgirl who didn't want anything to do with the Titans, but she had no idea how much damage she caused to one soul who loved her. I guess things do change, said Beast Boy, staring at the room. Beast Boy then saw himself wrestling with Terra, rolling around not caring if they got hurt or not. He missed those days. Beast Boy then just left the room and made sure to take one good look at it and went to see what Cyborg was up to. An hour later Naruto was dressed up in modern cloths he had gotten when he went shopping with Starfire. Naruto wore classic red 1990s sneakers. He had an orange t-shirt similar to the one he wore as a kid and had a classic jean jacket on with the Japanese flag on the back. Naruto also had black goggles on his forehead like he had when he was younger and has a chain wallet. Naruto ran to Raven's room and knocked on her door. Raven opened the door and for the first time saw Naruto dressed in modern cloths. Come on Raven, get dressed, we're going to dinner, said Naruto, who was actually talking too loud. Naruto, Raven couldn't speak as she was overwhelmed by the sudden change of Naruto's cloths. Come on, you said I owe you dinner, right? So let's go, said Naruto with that stupid grin of his. But Naruto, I was just kidding. Raven was cut off by Naruto's interruption. No, come on Raven, trust me, and beside I realized that neither of yous could live forever and soon I will be going home, so let's make the best of it, said Naruto, who demanded Raven to get dressed. A minute later Naruto saw Raven come out of her room with her modern clothes, well, it gothic cloths, but still. So where are we going? Asked Raven. I've asked Robin if there was a fancy restaurant anywhere and he said that the most famous restaurant is the Blue Swan, said Naruto. Naruto, that's the most expensive restaurant in the city and I don't think even you can afford that, said Raven. Don't worry, I won the lottery anyway, said Naruto, putting his hand in his pockets. What? Flashback. Congratulations, you won, said the man in the suit who gave Naruto the giant check. I can't believe I lost the bet, screamed Cyborg, who lost his whining ticket. I told you not to bet those lottery tickets, said Beast Boy. End flashback. Naruto and Raven went to Blue Swan, which was all the way up on the highest tower. Even though Naruto and Raven were not dressed fancy, they didn't care what people thought, and beside their bratty teenagers, not a bunch of fancy suck-ups. The waiter led them to their sets. Whiny was a fancy table outside where there was a great view. When Naruto and Raven sat down they looked at their menus and looked what they had. Raven felt odd about Naruto taking her to dinner and maybe tried to break the odd silence between them. So Naruto, why would force me to come to dinner with you? Asked Raven. I did force you. If I did force you I would have dragged you out of the tower, said Naruto, going back to the menu. Raven looked at her menu and when the waiter came she gave him her menu and said shall just have a salad and said hell have the chicken parmesan. Raven sighed and scratched the back of her head. Naruto, I told you that was dangerous, so why would ask me out to dinner anyway? Naruto looked at her and looked deep into her eyes. Because Raven, I know you keep telling yourself that you don't love me, but you don't realize that you're lying to yourself. Raven, I've seen it. Every time we're together you don't blow anything up, and you would have killed me when you were crying about me jumping off that plane, but nothing happened, said Naruto. I believe your powers can be tamed, all they need is just a little guidance. Raven was stunned of Naruto's words. She never realized that her powers never killed Naruto when she showed emotion. And the truth is, Raven, I'm starting to have feelings for you, said Naruto, telling how he feels about her. Don't you see, Raven, you're not who you think you are. You may be creepy and quit on the outside, but you're soft and so expressive in the inside, and I also know that you had a terrible past just like me. I can see it in your eyes, Raven, I can read you like a book. don't you see Raven we're the same. Raven frowned with tears in her eyes, her whole life nobody has ever said that to her before. Yeah, you're right, we are the same, and I can tell, you lie to yourself too, said Raven looking Naruto straight in the eye. Naruto felt confused by that until he heard her explain, the reason why you smile is because you hide how you really feel, you used to smile at your old friends to hide how hurt you are. You think being Hokage will solve everything? Well, Naruto lived doesn't work that way, in the real world it is cruel and hard. This world has suffered hatred since the beginning of time and mankind have been trying to kill each other for years. Communist kills freedom and freedom kills communist. Nazis tried to kill Jews and Jews killed Jesus. Demons tried to kill gods and gods tried to kill demons, and you think there is always a way for there to ever be a happy ending? Yelled Raven as she glared at Naruto. Naruto was shocked and confused of Raven responds as she drank her cup of water to calm her nerves. Sorry, I don't know where that came from, said Raven calming herself down. Raven, I know we both suffered from our own childhoods but we cannot give up hope, it's all we have left. Raven, believe it or not, but I wish I was you right now. You don't feel anything, however for me I had my heart broken so many times that. Naruto then remembered a memory he has long forgotten. When I was 10 years old I kind of felt like I couldn't hold on anymore and well, I tried to comment, suicide. Said Naruto who had long forgotten about that night. Raven was shocked and stunned of what Naruto said and felt guilty what she heard. Naruto, what happened? Raven asked. Flashback. In Naruto's house he was in the bathroom using his own kunai to stab himself. Blood was all over the floor, he kept trying to cut himself but his arm kept healing. Naruto was crying so hard even anyone could feel sorry for him, but then he stopped. He realized that he must hang on. If he kills himself then the villagers win and he doesn't want to give them the satisfaction. Naruto putted the knife away and wrapped his wounds. End of Flash. But Naruto, why would you do it? Asked Raven who was shocked to hear such a story. I was young Raven, I didn't know any better, besides things just kept getting worse. You see, every October 10th is the festival where they celebrate the ninjas who died when the Kyuubi attacked. However I never go there, but I did, once. I learned the hard way to not go there, said Naruto as the waiter gave them their foods. What happened? Asked Raven. When I was little I was curious to see the festival and when I did was being chased by huge mome. I never went there again, said Naruto as he started to get his chicken parmesan. Let me guess, October 10th is your birthday? Asked Raven. Wow, pretty good guess. Said Naruto. Well, it doesn't take a genius to know that you didn't have good birthdays either, said Raven, nodded in agreement and he looked down at his food. Naruto, I'm so sorry to hear that, but trust me you don't want to be in my position. Trust me, said Raven, so though Hinata person, she seems like a good friend. Have you ever talked to her? Yes, but she is creepy and more creepy than you. She would stop following me around and she keeps staring at me like I'm a TV or something, said Naruto finishing his drink. You must have had some friends, Naruto? Asked Raven who wanted to know more about Naruto. I did, at least one. His name was Sasuke Uchiha. He was the only closest friend I ever had in my life. We were even rivals. But one day, he betrayed me, and our village, just so he can gain power. I never got the chance to tell him how much I really cared for him. He was only true friend I ever had and he turned his back on me. Yeah, we had rough times and we mostly never gotten along but we were like brothers, said Naruto finishing his story. Raven felt pity for Naruto, even she was betrayed by a person she once called a friend. So Raven, you already know about me, just tell me yours. What your story? Who was your parents and why do you think so negative of the world and yourself? Asked Naruto. Raven struggled to answer but before she could they saw a red light from the sky coming towards them. What the hell is that? Asked Naruto, but then the red light started to come dangerously close, then the light bashed into Naruto through the floor 50 foot off the building and crashed into the streets. Naruto was being attacked by a creature he couldn't describe, and Naruto can tell was it had horns and was dressed in red and had a red glowing ring on his finger. The creature's name was Abysma from the Red Lantern Corps. Abysma stared at Naruto with rage and anger and a red light came out of his ring and it grabbed Naruto by his leg and then Abysma swung Naruto into a car on the left and swung him to the right of the street on a mailbox. Then Abysma swung Naruto towards him and then grabbed Naruto faced Naruto to the upcoming truck. Naruto struggled to get free, then he realized he still had his knives with him. Naruto took one of the kunai knives and stabbed Abysma in the leg. Then Naruto got on his knees and ducked down low all the way to the floor to avoid getting hit by the truck. Abysma got hit and was under, and Abysma found himself on the wind shield. Raven saw what was going on and noticed two more red lights were coming from the sky coming towards Naruto. Raven got out her walkie-talkie and called Robin. "Raven, what is it?" asked Robin. "Robin, we got trouble." Respond Raven. "Is it the Hive?" "No, it's a group of aliens dressed in red. I am not sure, but for some reason they're after Naruto," said Raven as she flew down there. Naruto saw a colored skin woman with sharp teeth and was also dressed in red, Antipathy. Naruto then saw a very angry little cat that was dressed in red too, Star. "Okay, whatever I did to make you guys pissed, I'm sure we could all sit down and have a nice, calm." Naruto was interrupted by the cat jumping on his face and scratching it. "Oh my god, get this crazy cat off of me." Yield Naruto. Raven flew down to help Naruto until Antipathy got in her way. "Who the fuck are you people?" asked the goth girl. "We are the Red Lanterns from the Red Lantern Corps, and we are here," claimed the blonde-headed boy. Said Antipathy. "Well, sorry, Naruto belongs to the Teen Titans, not your Red Lanterns." Raven tackled the alien girl and slammed her against car. Antipathy used her ring to create a force field around her in order to push Raven away from her. Antipathy then shot a laser out of her ring that managed to hit Raven, which made the goth girl crash against the wall. Naruto got the cat off his face and threw it at Antipathy, who didn't exactly seen that coming and got scratched in the face. Antipathy started to get pissed and shot some kind of red vomit plasma out of her mouth. Naruto dodged it, but however some of the stuff got on his sleeves and it started to melt his shirt. Naruto quickly took off his jacket and shirt, and all was left was his pants and headband. Antipathy spat another one. Then Naruto quickly took cover behind a car. A big black hand grabbed Antipathy and steamed her face against the floor again and again, then rose up from the floor like a ghost. Star got on Raven's head and clawed at her forehead and then tried to shake it off, but it was no use. The cat was like digging its claws in her head. Naruto karate chopped the cat, which made the cat fall off of Raven unconscious. "Thanks Naruto. If it wasn't for you, that cat would have." Raven was interrupted when Naruto got shot with a red laser that came from Abysma, who came back from his little ride. "You will not escape from use," said Abysma, who made a red aura knife from his ring and charged at Raven. "Azara Metrian Zinthos," said Raven as she took two cars and smashed them together with the reed lantern in the middle of it. However, unexpectedly Abysma used the ring to blast the cars away and quickly tackled Raven. Raven was on the trying to get up, and when Abysma was gonna finish her off, but then a green force field surrounded Raven and protected her from the red blast. Abysma looked up and saw two teenage women flouting. One was a green lantern with blonde hair named Orisia, and the other was a blue lantern who had baby blue color skin, had very strange hair that Naruto couldn't describe, named Orasics. Orisia created a green fist that punched Abysma away from Raven and crashed into a garbage can. Orasics helped Raven up and Orisia helped Naruto up his feet. Naruto then saw Robin and the rest of the Titans heading their way. "Are you guys okay?" asked Robin. "We're fine," Naruto responded, and as he straightened his back, the Red Lanterns got up from the ground and noticed that they were outmatched and retreated into the sky. "Who were those guys?" asked Naruto. "Those were Red Lanterns from the Red Lantern Corps. They are evil and deadly and can be very powerful," said Orisia, landing on her feet from her flight. "They have the power of rage and hatred and can infect you with it, but it was a good thing you're not infected by their rage." "I suppose we were lucky," said Naruto, grinning. "Naruto, Raven, these are the members of Titan South and also the members of Green Lantern Corps and Blue Lantern Corps, and they have a message from the Guardians," said Robin. "Red Lantern Corps battleships. You three have failed me," yelled Atrocitus, who grabbed Abysma's throat and slammed him against the metal wall. "My lord, we were outmatched. We couldn't retrieve the boy, and it turns out the Guardians know we're heading to Earth." Abysma tried to breath. "How do you know that?" asked Atrocitus, glaring at his minion. "They sent a green and blue lantern to stop use," said Abysma. Atrocitus was still glaring at his minion but then decided to let him go. Abysma gasped for air as Atrocitus sat back down to his throne, thinking about what to do now that the Guardians know he is near their sector. They will stop at nothing to try to stop him from achieving his goal. "Well, I guess we have to kill every single living thing in our way," said Atrocitus. New York City. Naruto and the Titans were on the T-ship heading to New York to stop a Hive invasion. The Titans made an extra cockpit for Naruto, that way he can go with them in the T-ship. Naruto was thinking on what the lantern said back there when she said that the Red Lanterns are after him. Flashback. T-Tower. Naruto, the Red Lanterns can sense rage inside you and whatever it is they wanted, said Orochimaru. You need to be careful and be on your guard. Dude, not only do we have the Hive problem but now a Red Lantern problem, said Beast Boy, who was eating tofu. Are you sure they are after Naruto? To me, it has to be Raven because boy, does she have a temper, said Cyborg. Jarr. Raven snarled at Cyborg for that comment. You see what I mean? Well, I'm sure of it. If it wasn't Naruto they were after, then they wouldn't try to go after him instead of Raven, said Erasix as she nodded no at Cyborg. Excuse me, but what exactly are these Red Lanterns? Asked Starfire. They are like Green Lantern except they don't use willpower, they use the power of rage. They have destroyed many planets and they are a threat to Earth, said Orochimaru. So it looks like we have our hands full, said Robin. We have a Hive problem and a Red Lantern problem. It's a good thing the other Titans are coming here, we're gonna need more help. Actually Robin, they are now heading to New York, said Cyborg. Robin's eyes spat open as he was looking at the breaking news on TV. This is Lois Lane featuring you live at the good old New York City, which is now a hitch. Sorry about that, as I was saying, which is now a war zone, said Lois Lane, who was making sure not to get hit by bullets or lasers or anything that might land on them. It's a total mess here. As you can see, the U.S. Army is trying to stop the flood of Hive solders. Oh my god, look out. K-boom. Gunfire is everywhere and every citizen is running for their lives, and I'm afraid that Superman is not here to stop the AH. All we can rely on is the Titans right now. Robin saw what was happening on TV and turned around to look at his team. Titans, we have to get over there, said Robin. End flashback. Naruto and the Titans were wearing different costumes, ones that are bulletproof. Naruto was wearing the clothes he wore back when he was fighting the elemental dragon's gods, the suit from Naruto Shippuden Dragon Blade Chronicles. Robin was wearing a heavy bulletproof vest that also covered his neck, shoulders and crotch. He also wore a different mask that covered his whole head except his mouth and chin. Starfire wore a purple armor suit that didn't cover her breast too well, the classic Starfire costume. Beast Boy wore a very thick-skinned suit with his old mask he used to wear back when he was with the Doom Patrol. Cyborg had no armor, but he did have a lot more weapons connected to him, like a mini-gun, flamethrower, laser cannons, and a bunch of other stuff. Raven had a black religious-looking armor on with a metal-looking skirt and knee pads and elbow pads, and still had her old cape and hood on. Naruto and the Titan were getting ready for war as they flew past the exploding bombs. Alright, here is the plan. We're gonna drop Cyborg off on top of Empire State Building so he can take care of the Hive fleet. Beast Boy, there is a group of Hive drones setting up camp at the 9/11 memorial. You go there and take them out, and Naruto, you with Raven, you two are going to be dropped off at the office building and see if you can lend the Marines a hand, and Starfire, you stay with the T-ship. See if you can give us some air support, and as for me, I'm gonna be at the Central Park helping out the other Titans. Is that understood? They both said yes and dropped everybody off at their locations. An hour later Robin heads towards Central Park helping out the other Titans. Robin took cover behind a fallen tree right next to Troy. What do we got? Asked Robin. A huge pack of drones is being led by Killer Frost. We can't hold the line, we will be overrun in minutes, said Troy, bringing out her sword. Killer Frost was holding a Solda's head while freezing him into ice. The Marine was solid ice. Then Killer Frost saw two Titan members coming after her. Red Star tried to punch Killer Frost but kept missing. Narc tried to hit her with a wooden stick with a rock tied to it, however didn't make any contact with Killer Frost when he all of a sudden got frozen. Red Star got tackled by drones and was dog-piled on. Bushido slashed every drone that stood in his way but didn't expect to be captured by a wired net. The net began to electrocute Bushido as it knocked him out cold, and then the Hive drone took him away to one of their ships. Alright Troy, you get your team to help the wounded get out of here and I'll see if I can hold them off for a while, said Robin. Okay, good luck Robin, said Troy as she led her team to get the wounded Marines to safety. All of a sudden Robin saw a blonde woman wearing white with a red cape and a huge bust which was the same size as Tsunade flying down and slammed the ground, which created a huge shock wave that blew the hive drones away. Power Girl. When the Robin's vision was clear, he saw the Power Girl grinning in victory. Are you kids even trying? Seriously, this is why adults look down at you kids, said Power Girl, showing off her muscles. Power Girl, what are you doing here? The Titans got this under control, but Robin was proven wrong when an explosion happened behind him. The JLA sent me, and if you don't get this wrapped up before 6 o'clock the whole JLA will be coming, and you know who might be with them, said Power Girl, who frightened Robin about his old mentor. No way, this is our mission, god damn it, and I am not gonna let him and the Justice League ruin it, yelled Robin. Well, no offense Robin, but have looked what's happening here, said Power Girl, who saw Killer Frost stab a sharp piece of ice into a solder. So anyway, you better get this warped up before he shows up. Power Girl flew toward the upcoming fleet and bashed through one of the ships. Robin then ran to stop Killer Frost and then got out his staff and swung it at her. Naruto and Raven were aiding the Marins, but then they heard a huge stomp. Naruto saw one of the army helicopters go down in flames but didn't see who caused it. It was hard to see with so many huge buildings in the way. Yo Raven, Naruto, there is something big headed your way. I'm not sure what it is though, said Cyborg, calling through the walkie-talkie. Cyborg, it's not a it, it's a she, said Starfire, speaking through the walkie-talkie as well. Wait, what? Asked Naruto, not sure if he was hearing right. Naruto and Raven saw 3 fighter helicopters shooting at something behind one of the buildings, but then a huge hand slapped them away like a fly. What the fuck is that? Naruto couldn't believe his eyes as he saw a 60-foot woman wearing some kind of pieces of jungle cloth on her, Giganta. Naruto saw her giant feet crushing the armored tanks like they were bugs. That's a big woman, Naruto commented. How did Hive get these supervillains to work with them? Said Raven, who saw the giantess causing destruction. Giganta roared her voice as she was trying to intimidate everybody. Oh shit, how the heck are we gonna bring her down? Asked Cyborg. Naruto snatched a bazooka from one of the solders and aimed at the giantess. Naruto, what are you doing? Raven didn't like what Naruto was going to do. We need to take this bitch down with any means necessary, yelled Naruto as he pulled the trigger. The rocket hit Giganta's rib, but it didn't seem like it hurt her one bit, but however it got her attention as she looked straight at Naruto. Oh shit. She walked heavily towards them as she saw Naruto continually shooting more rockets at her. Come here, you little ant, said Giganta as she grabbed Naruto. Naruto saw that the giant woman was holding him up in the air as she looked like was gonna eat him, but that was exactly what she was gonna do. As she began to open her mouth wide open, Raven flew towards Giganta as Raven used her powers to pull her hair back, which almost caused her to fall, however it didn't stop her from continuing her weird meal. Naruto noticed he still had the bazooka in his hand as he aimed inside Giganta's mouth and shot a rocket inside her mouth. When the rocket exploded, Naruto noticed the giant woman's tongue was bleeding with loads of blood, but all that did was make her angry. Giganta still tried to eat Naruto, but Naruto had one last rocket and fired it at Giganta's eye. The rocket exploded at Giganta's eye. Now she looked like she had a red eye. Giganta was through trying to eat the boy, so she threw him away. Naruto landed on another building behind Giganta, but Giganta saw him and she raised her hand. Naruto knew what she was gonna do, so he ran inside the building, avoiding the giant hand coming down. Naruto, run, yelled Raven as she kept the giant woman busy by shooting her magic at her. Raven's powers were useless against the she-beast. The only way she can stop her is to get big herself, but she needs full power in order to perform that spell, and that's something she doesn't have at the moment. Naruto ran up the stairs trying to not look at the giant eyeballs look at him through the window. When Naruto got up top of the tower, he saw Giganta staring at him with an evil grin. Naruto saw a building with an open window right next to the building he was on. Naruto jumped a few feet at the open window and grabbed the edge of the window and climbed inside. Power Girl saw Giganta and tackled her and made her fall backwards. Naruto took his walkie-talkie and spoke to Robin. Hey Naruto, how's it holding up? Asked Robin, hoping the rest of his team is doing better than him. Not so good, this giant lady has me pinned down inside this building. Naruto then had an idea, but he wasn't sure if it was gonna work. Naruto Power Girl has her busy right now, so you need to get out of there now. Spoke Robin. With me being in a different world, I'm not sure if it's gonna work or not, but it's worth trying, Naruto thought inside his head. Naruto did some hand signs and then slapped the floor. Poof! All out of nowhere a giant toad wearing a big kimono and with a giant pipe in his mouth smashed out of the building and landed in the middle of the street. Gamabunta. What's this? Where in the world am I? Yield Gamabunta. Night Wolf to base. We have what appears to be a giant frog in the middle of the city, said the man riding on one of the fighter jets. Repeat that again. We have a 40 or 50-foot frog on Charlton Street. Replied Night Wolf. Roger that, you have permission to open fire on the frog. Copy that, ready to engage. Gamabunta, it's good to see you again. I need your woo. The giant toad began shaking as it was angry at the little tiny boy. You little snot. Where the hell am I? Gamabunta was not happy with Naruto as he didn't recognize this city before and what was going on. Gamabunta, you need to calm down. Gamabunta looked up at Naruto as he expected an explanation. Okay, we're in the middle of a huge battle and I need your help fighting this giant woman. Naruto pointed at Giganta as she was rampaging through the streets. Please Chief Toad, I need your help with this one. Said Naruto as he tried to convince his summoned animal. You actually expect me to help you with that huge human being? Asked the Chief Toad, but then their conversation was cut short as they saw fighter jets flying towards them. What the heck are those metal bird things? Gamabunta didn't like the feeling of those metal birds as he saw them shoot missiles at them. Look out. Naruto yelled and Gamabunta jumped away from the missile explosion. Hui, I'm on your side. Naruto was riding on Gamabunta back as they both tried to get away from the fighter jets. Raven was looking at Naruto as what she saw was not possible, a giant talking frog. Gamabunta jumped from building to building and hid behind one of the tipped-over buildings and stood there waiting for the jets to pass by. Okay, I'll help you just this once, but you better have a plan on taking down that giant bitch, and after when we're done send me back. Naruto nodded at Gamabunta's request and told him that they need to take her down without killing her, but they have to get close enough in order to take her out. Robin used one of his electric boomerang to hit Killer Frost in order to stop her. However, it wasn't enough, so Robin did a couple of jabs on Killer Frost's face and then did 5 super fast quick jabs on Killer Frost's stomach and finally did an uppercut below her chin. Killer Frost got back up and tried to use her freeze ray to turn Robin into a popsicle, but Robin kept moving out of the way from her freeze ray. Hold still, you bird brain. Killer Frost kept firing her freeze ray, but then Power Girl showed up and punched Killer Frost, which made her flew toward a break bridge that crumbled down from Killer Frost's and crashed. Killer Frost was unable to fight anymore as she passed out in the river. Cyborg used a special cannon he created that could take out one ship, but he has to wait for 10 minutes in order to use it again. 2 Hive ships crashed in the sea where the Statue of Liberty is, but there were still more. Oh yeah. Beast Boy, are you there? Asked Robin speaking through the walkie-talkie. Yeah, me and the other Titans are just finishing the rest of the drones, replied Beast Boy. Good, me and Power Girl and the other Titans cleared Central Park. Now we just need is to get rid of the Hive fleet, said Robin. What about Giganta? Asked Beast Boy. Hello, Robin. Raven, is that you? Asked Robin. Yeah, it's me. Turns out Naruto is handling the situation right now, but you need to contact the Air Force to hold their fire. Said Raven. Why? Naruto is the one who is riding the giant toad and it seems the Air Force is also targeting him. You to contact them now. Robin nodded at Raven's explanation and told the Air Force to hold their fire. It's one of ours. Gamabunta jumped on top of Giganta and tried to hold on. Ew, get this slimy thing off of me. Yelled Giganta as she tried to get the toad off. Giganta got hold of Gamabunta, but then quickly the toad used his sword to stab deep into Giganta's shoulder, that way it would more harder for her to get him off. Alright Naruto, go now. Yelled the Chief Toad as he tried to hold on. Naruto ran fast as he could as he ran up Giganta's arm to her shoulder and jumped really high. Naruto created a Rasengan and pushed it against Giganta's forehead. The blast caused Giganta to fly back as she crashed against another building which now tipped over from the giantess's weight. However, Gamabunta fell with her but was okay mostly as he jumped off the giantess. Naruto landed on a different building. Oh yeah, you better fucking believe it. Naruto didn't realize it wasn't over until a giant hand grabbed him. Oh shit. Gamabunta tried to save him but he got pushed before he could get on top of her. The chief toad crashed against a building as he passed out from the mighty punch Giganta gave him. Giganta threw Naruto like a baseball and was thrown far, far away and crashed into a window through a tipped-over building and out. But wait, slow motion. Naruto saw lots explosives in the building and that gave him an idea. If he can get Giganta to come towards him again then she would have to move the building out of the way in order to get to him, and if he can somehow set the explosives off then it would blow up in front of Giganta's face and there is no way she would get up from that one. Slow motion off. Naruto landed and fell on a helicopter landing deck and the rough landing and kinda injured his back and started to slunch over a little while getting up. Naruto got out his walkie-talkie and spoke to Robin about his plan. Robin, I need you to talk to the people who control over those metal bird things and tell them to shoot a building that I'll use a laser pointer to point at, said Naruto as he saw some military laser pointers. Why would they do that? Asked Robin. Because I'm gonna draw Giganta's attention and she gonna need to move that building out of the way in order to get me, so she moves it, the metal birds start shooting it and boom, it comes down on top of her, explained Naruto. Dude, doesn't that seem extreme? Asked Beast Boy butting in. We have no choice at this point, I'll contact the Air Force right away, said Robin. Now, there has got to be something that might draw her attention, Naruto said to himself as he looked around at the military stuff. Naruto saw a bazooka with one missile and it was the only thing that could get her to him, so he picked it up and aimed it right at Giganta but made sure not to hit the building in front of him. It was a slim shot but Naruto managed to hit Giganta with it as it flew past the building and hit Giganta in the arm, and as it hit her arm she turned around and saw the blonde boy from before. Giganta walked towards him and as she saw that the building was in her way she picked it up. She never expected the jets would shoot down the building she was picking up, and when they did the entire tower blew up and fell right on top of her. Naruto took a good look as the giantess couldn't move as she was buried alive. Gamabunta arrived at Naruto's location. Naruto, I may not be familiar with what's happening here but something tells me that those big, yellow, metal, things in the sky, are bad, right? Asked Gamabunta as the ninja looked up at the sky as he noticed the Hive ships coming closer to the city. Titans, this is Robin speaking, the Hive fleet is about fire right on top of us, can anybody, do something? Robin at this point didn't know what to do as the Hive fleet were flying above them. Noro got out his walkie-talkie. Guys, I've got an idea but it might be a little risky, said Naruto. Wait, Naruto, what are you doing? Asked Cyborg, who didn't like the sound of that. Don't worry, this isn't like the crazy plane plan, it's totally different. You guys are gonna have to trust me on this one, said Naruto as he got on Gamabunta's back. Okay Naruto, but whatever you do, do not let any of those ships crash into the city, said Robin. Naruto was about to go stop the Hive fleet until he was stopped by Raven's voice. Wait Naruto, you're not going anywhere, not without me. Raven got on top of the frog as she forced Naruto to take her with this time. Okay, but you better hang on, said Naruto as Gamabunta jumped on a building then jumped up higher. Gamabunta was on the Empire State Building as he was getting ready to jump on the ships which were too high to reach. Gamabunta jumped so high that Raven's face was against the frog's back. Raven didn't get used to the frog's speed as she was getting scared from riding a big frog. As Gamabunta was in the air he shot his long sticky tongue on the ship and pulled himself towards the Hive Mother Ship. As the giant toad got closer to the ship he used his giant sword to stab the giant metal ship and grabbed hold of it as he was holding on to his sword that was stuck on the ship just like Naruto planned. The sword was slowly sliding down as it created a huge gap that a person can fit through. I don't know how long I can hold it, just go. Naruto ran on top of the toad's giant blade as he headed inside and Raven followed him. Thank you Chief, said Naruto. We will meet again. Those were the last words of the Chief Toad before he fell all the way down, but before he could even hit the ground he turned into smoke and disappeared into thin air. As Naruto and Raven searched for the way into bridge they ran into many drones who were in their way, but that didn't stop them. Many drones have fallen as they couldn't stop the ninja boy and the shadow girl, they were too strong. The door to the bridge was blown away as Naruto used his Rasengan to open it, but when they went inside they didn't see anybody driving it or anybody in the room for that matter. However, a huge screen similar to the one back at the tower turned on as it showed the one they have been hunting down for months. Well, hello Naruto, I have been expecting you, said Queen Bee smirking down at the two teens. I've been wanting to meet you for a long time as you are the one who has been ruining my plans for world domination, and when I heard you were here I couldn't believe my ears. Funny, I've been wanting to meet you too, so I can kick you ass. Respond Naruto. I would love to see you try, but you never find me to begin with, and besides I didn't contact you just to get threatened. I'm willing to make a deal with you, said Queen Bee. What kind of deal? Asked Raven. A trade, give me Naruto and I'll stop the invasion. What? Queen Bee grinned as she wanted to explain why. You see Naruto, I have studying on Jinchuriki for a long time and every demon container I kidnap seems to be already empty. I must have that power in order to create an unstoppable army, and unlike what that stupid organization does, you won't die by the process, and besides I'm pretty sure you want to be normal, right? Naruto stared at the queen wannabe as he wasn't a fool to take an offer like that. What do you take me for, some kind of idiot? Said Naruto with such killing intent in his eyes. How dare come here and start causing mayhem and destruction and killing and hurting innocent people for your own selfish needs. You're nothing but bitchy wannabe queen. Oh dear, I am so heartbroken, you hurted my feelings. The queen acted to cry just to play around. Take you army and get lost, demanded Naruto. Oh please, you're not the one ordering here. My plan wasn't to just invade New York. As you can see, I putted a bomb powerful enough to wipe the whole city off the map. As the queen said that, the screen changes showing a live video of Hive troops arming the bomb. Once you get down there it will be already too late and will be a message to the world that there will be a new master of this world. You can do that. Yield Naruto. There are thousands of innocent people still in the city, hard-working men with families, women and children, said Raven with a deadly glare. Well, what a shame then, but this can be avoided if you hand me Naruto. Never, you have no idea what power you're messing with. Once you have the power of the Nine Tails there is no controlling it, and everyone in this whole world including you will die, said Raven. I can handle it, so I guess you're gonna have to catch that bomb that yeah, said the queen as she grinning at them again. Well, I see no point in lying, but I guess I can tell you, the bomb is located in the Statue of Liberty, so you better get down there now. Oh, and speaking of down, how about I help you? The queen grinned again as though the ship's power shut down and the mothership began to fall from the sky. Naruto and Raven grabbed onto something as the ship was about to crash. Shit, it was a trap. Raven got to the controls and activated the to polite mode. I can't stop the ship from crashing, but I can probably control where it crashes. As Raven tried to control the ship, they something on top of them. You stay here, I'll check it out, said Naruto as he went up on the ship's flight deck. When Naruto got there he saw two hug hands grabbing onto the deck as he noticed it was Giganta. What the? How the hell did you even get up here? It didn't make any sense how she got up here, but didn't matter as Naruto needed to get her off the ship as her weight was too much for the ship to handle. While Naruto tried to get Giganta off the falling ship, Raven contacted Robin to let him know about the bomb. Robin sent Cyborg after the bomb as he knows Cyborg is good at disarming bombs of all types. Giganta tried to pound Naruto like an ant, but Naruto kept jumping out of the way. Naruto threw a kunai knife at Giganta's hand, and when it blew up it caused her hand to bleed all over, which made her let go of the ship and fell. While they were falling, Cyborg managed to disarm the bomb while failing to nice the Hive ship heading his way. Well, that wasn't so hard, but I have to admit they got some tech here I never seen bef. Cyborg saw the ship heading right at him. He screamed like a sissy girl as he ran from the falling ship. The ship crashed into the ocean right next to the Statue of Liberty, but made huge wave that managed to hit Cyborg as he was taken away by the wave. Cyborg, are you okay? Yelled Naruto, who was on the ship. Yeah, but no thanks to you dumb ass. Respond Cyborg. Tara was with her friends as she saw the breaking news about the war happening in New York. They were saying the Titans were taking care of the situation, but it looked like chaos over there. She can even see Beast Boy with a bunch of bruises, and she also saw them with a new Titan named Naruto who was riding a giant frog. Well, I guess they replaced me, Tara thought in her mind. Nobody knows why she chose to not be with the Titans anymore, nor why she doesn't want to remember them. It's a mystery really, but she had a feeling that one day she might go back as a Titan again. The truth is she is not exactly happy to be a normal schoolgirl like she wanted to be, and all her life she just wanted to be normal. She never asked to have powers. Tara just didn't want that life anymore, but she wasn't happy with the life she has now. She just didn't know what she wanted anymore. Could she be lying to herself? Tara said goodbye to her friends as she went home to her dorm room. She lived alone and her room was a mess and she didn't even have electricity because she didn't pay the electric bill. Tara opened up her window as she pulled out a cigarette and placed it in her mouth and lit it. She started smoking ever since she chose not to be with the Titans anymore, and she smoked ever since, and boy, she smokes a lot. After when she blew the smoke from her mouth she started to cough really badly. This was her 40th cigarette this mouth, and it's been getting to point where her lungs couldn't take it anymore. When she kept smoking her lungs out she saw a man being mugged by another man who seems taller and stronger than the other man. Tara just stood there and watched it like it was a TV. The man kept calling for help but nobody did. All Tara can do is just watch as the mugger took the man's money and ran away. Tara was no longer a hero anymore, but she had to admit she did hate the people who think they can just do whatever they want just because they're bigger and think they're so badass that they just cause trouble. By making people scared of them, Tara hated people like that, so she just pointed her middle finger at the mugger's back and closed her window. Tara took her cloths off as she was now in her panties, and without care she jumped on top of her bed and went to sleep. Cough. 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 I've got to quit smoking, she said as she closed her eyes. Teen Titan Tower. Naruto was on the roof looking at all the Titans that were coming. Titan East, South and North were here. Naruto saw a dark-skinned teen boy riding on an electric metal disc and landing on the roof. Static shock, and Naruto saw Arisha and Urasix floating by and land right in front of Naruto. Good morning Naruto. You did a nice job at New York, commented Arisha as she and her friend walked past Naruto heading inside, and even Static went inside as well. All of a sudden Naruto was jumped on by a white dog wearing a red cape and was licking Naruto's face with so much saliva Naruto made sure none of it got on his eyes. Hey, cut it out. Naruto was giggling from the dog's way of saying hello. Wow, that's the first time I've ever seen Crypto act like that with a stranger, said Superboy, floating down and came to a soft landing. What the? Is this some kind of superhero dog? Asked Naruto, getting up from the ground. Yep, his name is Crypto, Crypto the super dog. He is Superman's pet and he is very friendly and loyal and doesn't hate anybody except bad guys. Superboy walked past Naruto. He went inside too. Hey wait, Superboy, is he your dog? Asked Naruto. No, he's not even a Titan, but however he does follow use wherever we go. He seems to like you a lot. You can have him if you like, said Superboy as he continued to walk inside. Wait, Naruto didn't get the chance to finish as he never had any experience with pets whatsoever, especially super-powered pets. Crypto licked Naruto's figures to get his attention and Naruto looked at it and smiled at the white dog. Who's a good boy? Yes you are. Yes you are. Naruto petted it as he saw the dog's tail wag like crazy. He knew it was happy. The happy moment was over when Naruto heard a stomp and the floor under his feet shook like an earthquake. Naruto saw a woman with huge boobs that were the same size as Tsunade's, and she had blonde short hair with a red cape and had muscular arms and had a simple weight costume with blue boots and gloves. To Naruto it was like looking at a younger version of Tsunade, and this woman was in her mid-20th. Naruto decided to greet her. Oh hello there, you must be Power Girl. And you must be that little squirt who was riding that giant frog, said Power Girl, who approached Naruto aggressively. Yeah, that's me. Naruto Uzumaki, at your service, said Naruto, grinning while having his hands behind his head. Really? I wouldn't imagine a young weakling like you would pull something like that off. You must really think you're something special thinking on pulling a crazy trick like that, said the mighty Power Girl. Power Girl never liked young heroes, especially the ones that show off. She is the type of woman who thinks weak ones should do the small jobs while the adult do the big jobs, and they should get all the glory, not the side kicks. So she is not a very positive woman. I'm sorry, but did you just call me weak? Asked Naruto, getting upset. Yes, I did. You good for nothing, replayed Power Girl. And what are you gonna do about it? Naruto had the urge to attack her but was stopped by Raven as she called Naruto's name. Naruto, can do me a favor, can go look for Beast Boy. He should be in the basement, and in the basement there is a tunnel that lead to the old sewer network. He should be there. Naruto was still glaring at Power Girl but slowly walked away to find Beast Boy. When he was gone, Raven looked at Power Girl expecting an explanation. Why are you here, Power Girl? You're not a teen. The adults sent me to help you kids with the hive problem and to make sure you people don't screw up," said Power Girl. Raven walked up to Power Girl and looked her straight in the eye. "We don't need your help. We may be kids but we're badass motherfuckers, and besides, we have Naruto." Power Girl was surprised by the response. "What? That little brat? He is not a brat and you should show respect to him and us. How dare you come here and act like you own the place?" Raven glared at Power Girl and turned away. "And don't you ever call Naruto a good-for-nothing ever again." Raven went back inside as Power Girl smirked at her. As Naruto went to the basement it was pitch black until he found the switch and turned the light on. As he looked around he found the tunnel Raven was talking about and followed where it led to. Naruto was in the abandoned sewer network as he saw that it hasn't been used in years, and as he looked around and tried to find Beast Boy. Why would Beast Boy come here? Naruto kept looking as he all of a sudden felt dizzy. He thought it was the headache again, but that was until he started to coughing. Some kind of gas filled the air as he kept wandering through the sewers. The whole area around him began to change. Naruto saw light at the end of the sewer and it must have been the way out, so Naruto got to the outside. He saw something that really shocked and confused him. Naruto saw that he was now in his old village. He was home once again, but how? As Naruto gotten out of Konoha's sewers he jumped high to get on land, and then Naruto took a good look at the village but noticed that nobody was around. It was like a ghost town. "I don't believe this. My village is here, but where are the people?" Naruto walked through what was a busy street full of people who shopped at many of these stores, but now it's just open space. Naruto kept walking as he was close to the Hokage Tower, but then all of a sudden it started getting really dark, like something was blocking the sun. "Hello, hello, anybody out there?" Naruto yelled to make sure somebody was out there, but however somebody did hear him. Naruto saw Tenten walking toward him. "Tenten? Is that you?" asked Naruto, but Tenten didn't answer as she kept walking towards him. "Tenten, it's me Naruto, I'm back." Naruto saw Tenten as she didn't look like herself. "Tenten." Tenten pulled out a kunai knife as she tried to stab Naruto in the heart, but Naruto dodged it. You abandon yous," yelled Tenten as she tried to kill Naruto. "Tenten, stop, it wasn't my fault." Naruto blocked Tenten's swing as he quickly punched her in the face. "Are you kidding me? It is your fault, it has always been your fault since the beginning," yelled Kiba, who snuck behind Naruto and tried to do a sneak attack. Naruto however managed to dodge that as well. "You're nothing but a stupid demon and you always have been," screamed Ino, who came from the sky as she got the jump on Naruto. Naruto did a flip kick that sent Ino flying as she spat out blood. "I've been gone for 3 months and this is how you repay me?" asked Naruto as he saw more people coming. He saw the villagers with torches and clubs and shovels and any weapon you can think of as they all chased after Naruto. The blonde-headed ninja didn't want to run from these arrogant punks anymore, so he summoned 30 clones to fight back the angry mob. The clones did well beating the crap out of the villagers, but with the other ninjas not so good. Naruto always though ahead as he left the battlefield and hid where nobody expect him to hide. Naruto hid in the Uchiha clan compound as though was where Sasuke used to live as he was a kid before his parent and family were killed by Sasuke's older brother. Naruto thought for a moment that he was safe, but then he heard Sakura called him from behind him as he spun around to see his pink crush. "Sakura, please, I didn't mean to go away. You have to believe me this time." Naruto pegged Sakura to not attack, but luck was not on his side as she punched him through 10 walls of the Uchiha homes. Naruto couldn't take another hit like that as he ran from her and then she followed him. "Wait a minute. This can't be real," thought Naruto as he saw something different from the villagers he saw in front of him who blocked his way. The villagers looked creepy, like they weren't even people, they looked more like monsters. "What's the matter, Naruto? Are you scared?" Naruto turned around as he saw Sakura transformed into some kind of demon monster, and as she changed so did everybody else. "Face it, demon. You don't have any friends, even your own parents abandon you as a baby," said Demon Ino. "I was right all along, fate chooses you," said Monster Niji. "Are you fucking kidding me? Look at yourselves," yelled Naruto. "You're not my friends and this is not Konoha. I know people can't do jutsus around here, or this would be some kind of genjutsu, but I know for a fact that this is a trick." Naruto heard a creepy unknown voice speak. Hehe, you're right, it's not your world, it's your fear. Naruto searched whoever said that until he saw someone dressed oddly that stood up amongst the others wearing a mask. He was dressed like a scarecrow and was carrying a synth with him. Allow to introduce myself, I am Scarecrow, the master of fear. Well, tell me, Scarecrow, what the hell is all of this? Naruto demanded an explanation for all of this as he didn't know what was going on. I already told you. It's your fear, said Scarecrow, who didn't like to repeat himself. You see, you breathed my fear gas as it unlocked one of your most darkest nightmares, and too much of the gas will kill you in minutes as you slowly tremble in fear. I knew it, so none of these things are real, is it? Said Naruto. That's right, but however that's not what your mind thinks. You see, everything you see is real according to your mind, and the creatures that you see are not what your mind thinks, so once these monsters kill you, your mind kills you. It's kinda like those things where you die in your sleep, said Scarecrow as he pouted at Naruto, and as he said, you will be a perfect specimen for my project, but it seems that you now are not afraid of your fear anymore, so let a little more. However, Scarecrow didn't give more as he gasping for air as Naruto grabbed his throat. Naruto's vision got all blurry as he let go of Scarecrow and started to see what was really happening. Naruto found himself on the floor as he got up and noticed that he was back in the sewer. When Naruto got up, he saw Scarecrow on the other side of the metal bars blocking his way. It's such a shame that I didn't give you the full dose of the toxin, I just started having fun, said Scarecrow. What are you doing here and what have you done to Beast Boy? Asked Naruto. I've done nothing to that green monkey, I just missed as I tried to look for the entrance into the tower, but I guess my plan was ruined when you disturbed my plot, so I had no choice but to have fun with you. However, your fears were very interesting and worth my time. See you later, boy, we will meet again, soon, said Scarecrow as he got away. Naruto didn't bother to catch him as he must have left the tower by now, but he will alert the Teen Titans about his intrusion later as he needed to find Beast Boy. 20 minutes later, Naruto found a cave that led to a memorial with no statue and also saw Beast Boy sitting in front of it. Naruto looked at what was written on it as it said Terra, a Teen Titan, a true friend. Naruto could tell from Beast Boy's emotional face that this girl must have been a close friend of his. Beast Boy looked behind him as he saw the blonde-headed ninja. What do you want? Asked Beast Boy. Raven asked me to find you and tell you to come back to the tower for something, said Naruto, who tried to figure out this picture he was seeing. So, who's Terra? Is she your girlfriend or something? Asked Naruto, who actually didn't realize it was a touchy subject for Beast Boy. She was a Titan before you came, and no, she not my girlfriend, said Beast Boy, who had anger growing inside him. Well, telling from you face she was. Well, she's not. Yelled Beast Boy, who tried to ignore his friend. Come on, Beast Boy, you can tell me. Listen, I used to fall in love with this one girl, but no matter how much I've tried to make her like me, she always treated me like dirt, but now I've realized that I should probably move on and look for someone else who understands me like Raven. Raven has always looked after me and she doesn't even find me annoying, not to mention no matter how sad I am she actually cares. Naruto was trying to make Beast Boy feel better as he explained how he started having feeling for Raven, but he failed to realize it just made things worse as Beast Boy started giving him a glare of such anger. You know, it's funny, I've had feelings for Raven once and you know what happened, she treated me like dirt, explained Beast Boy as he got up, still glaring at Naruto. Hey Beast Boy, I didn't mean to make you feel bad, I was just trying to help, I mean we're all friends here, right? Naruto had a sad smile on his face as he tried to fix the problem, but he was not ready of what came next. No, we are not. Naruto was shocked and felt a bit heartbroken from that response. What? Come on, Beast Boy, quit playing. I'm not playing, dude, I'm dead serious. Beast Boy had a killer intent in his eyes as Naruto could tell Beast Boy was not playing around. I don't understand. Well, let me put it this way, before you even came here I lost a friend, and when you came to our lives everybody loved you. You were like Terra's replacement and everybody forgotten about her except me, and now they have forgotten about me. Everywhere I go all I hear is Naruto, 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 Naruto this, Naruto that, and what about me? As Beast Boy explained his problem, Naruto was still stunned of Beast Boy's answer. Don't you see, Naruto, they like worship you and they treat me like the screw up. No, that's not true, they are your friends, Beast Boy, replied Naruto. No, they are not, they're your friends, not mine. When you first came here you just made things worse. Well, sorry, it's not my fault, Raven kissed me and not you. Naruto paused as he realized what he just said. Okay, it wasn't a kiss exactly, it was more like, "You're dead." Yelled Beast Boy as he turned into a tiger and attacked Naruto. Naruto tried to get the green tiger off of him as he avoided Beast Boy's fangs as he tried to bite Naruto's head off. Naruto immediately gutted the Beast Boy in the gut as he tried to get away from the angry Beast Boy. Naruto ran through the sewers, but then he ducked down from the alligator Beast Boy who popped from the water as he missed the orange ninja. "Beast Boy, please let's not do this." But the green-skinned boy didn't listen as he turned into a T-Rex. "Don't make me do this, Beast Boy," said Naruto, who did some hand signs, summoned his clones. Every one of Naruto's close jump on the dinosaur as they tried to hold him down, but the giant T-Rex was too strong for 100 Naruto clones as he shook them off and swung his tail at the upcoming Naruto army. Unexpectedly the dinosaur was blown away from Naruto Ras again and crashed through the wall that made him fall into the ocean. When Naruto went outside after Beast Boy, he realized that they were behind the Titan Tower. Naruto saw Beast Boy coming up from the water as he tried to calm Beast Boy down. However, unexpectedly out of nowhere Naruto saw Beast Boy as a sword fish who stabbed through Naruto's chest, which was close to his heart. As Naruto saw himself bleeding, he fell on his knees. He felt weak from how much blood was coming out. Beast Boy turned back to normal as he realized what he has done and ran towards Naruto to help him up and take him to the infirmary. Beast Boy saw the Titans heading his way as they saw the injured ninja he was holding. "Beast Boy, what happened?" asked Robin. Starfire gasped as she saw her friend's wound. "Friend Naruto, what has happened? Who did this to you?" asked Starfire, who was worried if Naruto was gonna be okay. "Beast Boy who attacked Naruto. Is he still in the area?" Robin needed to know who did this, but Beast Boy was struggling on what happened, but he sighed as he knew he needed to tell the truth. "It was me, I attacked Naruto." Beast Boy looked down in shame as he knew his anger got the better of him. "Cyborg, what?" Robin, Beast Boy, Starfire, W.I. Raven walked towards Beast Boy as she was not happy. "Beast Boy, how could you? He was your friend." Beast Boy saw Raven glare at him. I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to hurt him, I just..." Beast Boy was cut off by Raven as she screamed in his face. "You what? Why do you have to be such an idiot?" yelled Raven darkly. "Starfire, how about you take Naruto to the infirmary while we straighten this out?" asked Robin. Starfire nodded as she took Naruto to the tower. Moments later Beast Boy told them everything, but he didn't tell them about the feeling they had for Raven, as Beast Boy didn't want Raven to know. "So let me get this straight, you attacked Naruto all because of your petty jealousy?" Robin had his arms crossed as he was not pleased with Beast Boy. "Good going, Beast Boy, you just made a huge mistake by hurting your own teammate," said Cyborg, slapping Beast Boy on the back. "Maybe you should think before you act," Robin said simply. "He needs a brain first," Raven croaked. Beast Boy glared at all of them. There was a very large vein at his temple that was throbbing profoundly. "Stop digging at me, I know it was my fault this time," but Beast Boy shouted, but then was cut off by Cyborg. "Then stop being such a loser and messing things up," Cyborg shouted back. Beast Boy didn't shout back, he just hung his head and walked away. When Beast Boy got to his room, putted the door on lock, then punched his mirror, which broke. Beast Boy regretted what he did as he took his anger on Naruto, which he knew that Naruto was just trying to help, but still he only wished his other friends would treat him better. As Beast Boy laid on his bed trying to calm himself down, Naruto was in the medical room with Raven healing his wounds, and she closed up the hole Beast Boy made in Naruto's chest. "Dang it. You lost a lot of blood, here, drink some water, quickly." Raven forced Naruto to drink up as she didn't want Naruto to die from blood loss. As all the Titans were having the meeting about the hive, they had an unexpected visitor. When Robin opened the front door, he saw a man with reddish tights with a lightning bolt on his chest. Captain Marvel. Robin was surprised a person like him would come here of all places. "Captain?" asked Robin. "Hey, Robin, how's it going? Give me 5. said the captain, and he held his hand up. Captain, what are you doing here?" asked Robin. "Oh yeah, you see, there seems to be a crisis at Themyscira and Wonder Girl need all the help she can get, and without Wonder Woman around, Themyscira is doomed if we don't act now," exclaimed Captain Marvel. "I'm sorry, but we seem to have a lot of stuff on our hands. You see, we're planning an attack on the main hive base and we're about to leave tomorrow in the morning. explained Robin as he loved to help but even they had so much to do. Wait, I think I know someone who could help. The captain asked who. He is a new hero that we found months ago who came from another world. He can take on monsters, giants and an army no matter how big they are, and I think he would do great for this mission, said Robin. Great, then we should leave tonight. I don't think tonight would be good. You see there was an accident and is kinda not available at the moment, but she should be good in the morning, explained Robin. Sigh, alright, I'll pick him up tomorrow then. Robin and Captain Marvel both agreed as the captain flew away into the sky. Hours later Starfire picked up a tray of food towards Naruto's room. Hello friend Naruto, I hope I'm not bothering you, but I just thought you would like some earthly food. But when Starfire looked around she noticed Naruto was gone without a trace. At the middle of the night in the city Naruto was following Beast Boy as he wondered where the green boy was heading. Naruto hid inside a tree as he saw Beast Boy spying on a blonde-headed girl who was smoking at the docks. Naruto decided to take a closer look as jumped down and hid behind a car. Beast Boy saw how much Terra has changed but he couldn't tell if it was good or bad as he saw his girl smoking her lungs out. Naruto knew that Beast Boy was just being a stalker as he looked at him with a grin. Beast Boy wanted to talk to Terra but he knew it wouldn't make a difference as the girl he once knew was gone. Beast Boy walked away without Terra noticing him, and this was Naruto's chance as he tried to approach the girl in a friendly manner. Naruto knew that Beast Boy loved this girl and he needed to find out what her deal and try to bring this two back together, but knowing how many women he putted up with he knew it was not going to be easy. Hello there, my name is Naruto Uzumaki. Greeted Naruto, but Terra said nothing as she ignored him. Man, I hate putting up with this teen drama. It's like I'm in a retarded vision of that stupid show Degrassi, thought Naruto as he rolled his eyes. So you wouldn't have seen any villains around, have you? Terra said nothing but she did give Naruto the middle finger. Jarr. Naruto got annoyed but he tried to calm himself down and tried a different approach. So you must be Terra. Beast Boy told me so much about you. Terra grabbed Naruto's collar as she pulled him towards her face. Who sended you? Terra glared at him. Nobody but, sniff, sniff, man you have terrible breath. Said Naruto as he noticed all those cigarettes she smoked made her breath smelly. Seriously, you need to cut that habit of yours, it's terrible for your lungs. Don't try to preachy, I know the consequence, just leave me alone. Said Terra as he let go of Naruto. I'm not being preachy, well, that doesn't matter, listen, the reason why I'm here is because I need your help. It's Beast Boy. He has been not acting like his happy self lately and I think you have something to do about it. Explained Naruto, who tried to reason with Terra. Not my problem. Just fuck off. Terra walked away but Naruto jumped in front of her. Please, I beg of you, help me heal Beast Boy's heart. He needs you and you know it, just try to talk to him please. Naruto tried to peg but Terra was too selfish to care anymore, but deep inside she did care. Terra said nothing but walked around Naruto. Why did you give up? Terra stopped at her tracks as she heard the orange ninja speak. Why did you abandon them? They gave you everything that even I wouldn't refuse, friends, a home and a family, and then you just gave it all up for something you didn't need. You may have a job, school and some friends, but where's your family? Asked Naruto. Terra clenched her knuckles as she felt anger grow inside her. How do you know how I feel? Why the hell would you even care? Terra gritted her teeth as she felt rage grow inside her. Do you have any idea how it feels showing your face after everything you done to them? Once you realize that you have a second chance in life, you take advantage of it and you become a different person and you forget the past and you realize that it's better this way. Listen, I don't know the whole story but I can't tell you're a good person, and the Terra Beast Boy once knew is not dead. She is standing right here and she is lying to herself. Said Naruto, but all of a sudden he felt an earthquake and he saw Terra turn around with yellow glowing eyes. I'm gonna shut that mouth of yours for good. Yelled Terra as she gathered the nearest rocks into her hand that formed into a sword. Wow, that is so cool. Said Naruto as he didn't realize Terra was about to attack. Oh shit. Naruto jumped away from her as he saw her swinging that sword. Naruto then jumped high all the way into the parking lot, but it turns out that wasn't such a good idea. Terra created a rock barrier around Naruto which exposed from the boy's wrath again. Terra used her powers to throw rocks, pebbles and boulders at Naruto, which he managed to dodge them all. Terra then used her powers to form the rocks around her body into giant armor. Terra threw in some punches but she was too slow for Naruto's speed, but Naruto did get hit from the final punch that made him flew and crash into a random car. Sheesh, talk about a hard day. Naruto joked, but as he saw Terra charging at him he jumped out of the way as she bashed into the car, and without stopping she also accidentally ran into a meat store. Terra walked out from the destruction she has caused as she glared at Naruto, who scratched behind his head. Hehe, how about we call it a timeout? Said Naruto, but Terra still attacked him with her giant rock armor. I said timeout, said Naruto as he was dodging every swing she gave him, but those pushes she threw made her more and more tired. The rocks began to fall off of her as she couldn't take it anymore. Naruto walked towards her and laid his hand on her. Come on Terra, you know he loves you and you know for a fact that you love him, so why not at least talk to him? Terra slapped Naruto's hand and got back up from her feet. Please, I won't ask more than that, just talk to him. Asked Naruto, but Terra was too stubborn to listen. If you think acting like a gentleman will convince me to come back to that life, think again. Terra walked away. Naruto just stood there looking at the schoolgirl walking away from him, and he wasn't gonna give up that easy as he decided to visit here some other day when she is in a better mood. As Naruto went back to the tower he was thinking of what to do to convince that girl to come back. Beast Boy is not himself, and if she doesn't return soon Beast Boy might not be the same again. Man, I hope Beast Boy will forgive me. Is it wrong to be in love with a girl that's not from your world? Naruto lost his train of thought as a mystery's fox jumped on Naruto. Naruto fell as the foot tripped him, and while Naruto was on the floor the fox took Naruto's headband and took off. Hey, stop, thief! Yelled Naruto as he ran after it. They ran into the forest but as Naruto followed he noticed it was pitch black in the forest. It was night time, so Naruto had no choice but to go inside the dark forest. Naruto can only the moon's light shining from the distance, but he noticed that fox stood in front of the moon's light and it glanced at him like it was waiting for him. That's strange. Naruto kept following it as it went deeper into the forest. It was like the fox wanted Naruto to follow it, or should say, she. Naruto can tell that the fox was a female, but the only thing that spooked him was its eyes. They looked so much like his own, and not just because they were blue, but it looked familiar to him. Naruto finally caught up with the female fox. The fox laid Naruto's headband right next to a familiar-looking sword that was warped up by a piece of cloth. The fox glanced at Naruto as it wanted him to have it. This was very strange for Naruto, but he walked up to the sword and took off the piece of cloth, and it was the dragon sword. It was the dragon sword Naruto used to fight the elemental dragons with, but why was it here in this world? But, Naruto felt a chill in his spine as he felt he has seen that fox before, but before Naruto could even make out who it was, the fox fled from Naruto. Hey, wait, it was too late as Naruto couldn't see where the fox went as it was too dark for him to see. Naruto picked up the sword and his headband and tried to find a way out of the forest, but little did he knew he was being watched by a shadowy woman with long hair that ended all the way down to her legs. As the moonlight shined on her the only thing that could be seen was that she was a redhead, but this woman is also a ghost as she faded from existence. Ah, my eye! Revenger screamed in pain as the doctor managed to stop the bleeding but didn't save the eye. Stop complaining, Revenger, you didn't expect for it to be easy, did you? Said Slade, who was changing his costume. I'm gonna kill that gothic slut. Ravager pushed the doctor out of the way as she wanted to take a look at herself at the mirror. There is no need, now that Trigon is dead she will have to be the one who would suffer, said Slade, who spoke in the darkness. Ravager turned around. What are you saying? Back when we thought it was the end for Earth, the Angel of Death came to me and told that if Trigon destroys Earth he would be dragged down to the underworld, but if Raven and the Titans defeat him Raven would be the one to pay for her father's misdeeds, said Slade. So that girl is screwed? Asked Ravager. Yes. Oh man, then that would leave yous with only Naruto and the rest of the Titans, and the whole world will have to fear Slade again, as Ravager explained. No, Slade is dead, sweetheart, for now on you can call me Dash. Slade walked into the light and revealed himself with his new look, Deathstroke. Somewhere at the sea, Naruto was riding on Captain Marvel back as they headed to Themyscira. Now Naruto, men are not allowed in to set foot in Themyscira, but the queen is making an exception, but be careful. These women haven't seen a man in ages, so don't think they will treat you with any proper respect, and some might, we'll try to rape you maybe, said Captain Marvel as he wasn't sure about these Amazons. Flashback. Naruto, you will be going with Captain Marvel to Themyscira, the home of the Amazons, while we head to the Hive base, said Robin. What? You're going to the Hive base without me? Asked Naruto, feeling disappointed. I'm sorry Naruto, I know that you have been looking forward to this, but we can't do everything all at once, and because you're the best Titans we have, you should take this mission. Robin laid his on Naruto's shoulder. Will you guys be okay without me? Asked Naruto. Robin smirked as he was confident that they will succeed. Hey, we didn't need your help before you came, so we should do just fine, said the boy wonder. Flashback end. Naruto. Captain Marvel saw the beautiful island lay before them as they gasped at its beauty. Naruto has never seen such a beautiful land, and not even Konoha can compete with this. As the two men finally landed, they noticed many Amazon women were injured, but what shocked Naruto the most was how physically strong they looked. Naruto felt like being in such a place like this made him feel weak, useless, but there was a reason why they were here. He wouldn't have been chosen for this mission if he was weak. Man, I feel so little. Naruto saw a blonde-headed girl running towards them as she expected them. Hello, you must be Naruto Uzumaki, I'm Wonder Girl, nice to meet you. Naruto shook her hand and him and Captain Marvel followed her. So what seems to be the problem? Asked Naruto. Cersei has launched an attack against Themyscira, but this time we believe she is working with someone, as we encountered strange mutant-like men fighting alongside the bestiamorph army. Wonder Girl showed one of the captured mutant men as Naruto's eyes shot open as he saw these guys before. Naruto, are you okay? Asked Wonder Girl. I've seen these guys before, but back in my own world. What the hell are they doing here? Naruto knew that these guys were Orochimaru's crazy experiments. You have? Asked Wonder Girl. Well, I'm not sure, it's probably just a coincidence. Never mind, said Naruto. Unexpectedly Naruto was jumped on by a white dog with a cap licking him all over his face. Crypto. Ha ha ha, he must followed me all the way from the city. How strange, commented Captain Marvel, as Captain Marvel and Naruto distracted by Crypto as Wonder Girl noticed smoke from the distance. Wonder Girl, the Bestiamorphs are attacking again, they're turning our solders into one of their own, said the general warrior women. Get every Amazon over there ASAP. Naruto, Captain Marvel, you're with me, said the teenage Amazon. Naruto and Captain Marvel followed Wonder Girl into the war zone. Naruto and Captain Marvel had trouble getting through the women and children who were running for their lives. Naruto kept bumping into many women and they didn't even see Naruto as he was too short to see. Moments later the three heroes arrived at the battlefield. The Bestiamorphs are like nothing Naruto has ever seen before, as they were like savage animal warriors, male and female. Naruto saw one Amazon surrounded by the animal warriors, but as they attacked the Amazon she had no problem at all as she sliced one's head off with her sword. She then gutted the other one behind her as it clushed its stomach, and all of a sudden a sword was shoved in its mouth and the blade came out from behind its head. Many other Bestiamorphs tried to attack her, but they didn't stand a chance as the Amazon slashed all three of their stomachs open all at once. This Amazon wasn't just any Amazon, as she wasn't dressed like the other women solders. She was dressed in grayish-bluish color and a simple-looking armor. Artemis. Who is she? Asked Naruto, who looked at the Amazon with such amusement. That Artemis, she is from another tribe of Amazons, answered Wonder Girl. All of a sudden the group of heroes heard more Bestiamorphs heading their way. Naruto got out his dragon blade and charged at the Bestiamorphs, including Wonder Girl, Captain Marvel, Artemis and Crypto. In space, the Teen Titans headed to the moon, as that's where the main Hive base is. Many T-ships were heading to the moon Hive moon base as they were gonna stop Queen Bee once and for all. They were very surprised that the base is on the moon, which was no wonder why they couldn't find it, but now they were ready to kick some ass. Raven was still upset with Beast Boy as she hasn't talked to him since, well, actually she doesn't do much talking in the first place, but you know what I mean. Flashback. Naruto, be safe, okay? Said Raven. Don't worry Raven, besides you guys need to be careful more than me, said Naruto, grinning. Oh, we will Naruto, don't worry about us, said Robin. Naruto and Raven glanced at each other's eyes as they started to get closer to each other. Well, I guess this is goodbye, for now, said Raven, being lost in his sea blue eyes. Yeah, hey Raven, I never got to ask you. Yes. Naruto and Raven's lips meet as they got even closer. Naruto slowly removed Raven's hood, revealing her beauty. Naruto saw her eyes sparkle as he was finally gonna kiss the girl he started to fall in love with. Do you Lo, before Naruto could even finish his sentence or even kiss Raven, Beast Boy interrupted the moment. Calm on, let's go. You two love birds can kiss each other when we get back. Yield, Beast Boy. Raven was not pleased as her special moment was ruined, so she picked up a random rock and threw it at Beast Boy's face. The force from the rock caused Beast Boy to bleed a fountain out of his nose as he fell unconscious. End flashback. At the Hive base, Queen Bee saw that the Teen Titans were coming, so commanded all of her drones to get ready for battle. Queen Bee wasn't actually frightened by this, as she knew the Titans were coming for her, but the weird part was that she was grinning with such evil as she was planning something special. Back in outer space, because Superboy, Barisha and Starfire can breathe in space as they scouted ahead as they took out the Torrents quickly. Power Girl however flew at the speed of light as she went ahead of everybody else. Hundreds and thousands Torrents started shooting at Power Girl, but none of them made contact as she was too fast. Power Girl stopped at the front door as he began to hack into the Hive security system to open metal door in order to let the Titans ships in. As the Titans got in, the Hive drones began to attack. All the other Titans were holding off the Hive drones. Robin, Starfire, Cyborg, Raven and Beast Boy went ahead to find Queen Bee. Running was not a problem for some of the Titans as the Hive tech was more advanced as they thought. There must be some kind of gravity machine or something. When the Titans ran into a big room, they saw 4 supervillains in their way. One was a woman who her body was made out of water. Her body was completely water and she seemed to control it, Aquamar. The other one was a guy who had flaming red hair with a red t-shirt and had his pants slightly down showing his underwear, Hotstreak. The other one was a woman who had bird wings and fur all over herself and she had claws on her feet and hands, Talon. The other one was a big buff ugly monster with no hair and you couldn't even tell if it was a girl or a boy, Monster. Oh look, new toys to play with, said Hotstreak with an evil grin. All of a sudden the speakers on the walls shouted with someone's voice. Hotstreak and the other Hive students, please show our unwanted guests the way to the door, spoke Queen Bee. As that said, the group of meta-humans attacked the Titans. Starfire and Talon were fighting through the air while Beast Boy turned into a gorilla and wrestled with the monster. Robin's staff turned into a shield as he tried to avoid the fireballs being thrown at him by Hotstreak, while Raven and Cyborg were fight the water women. Themyscira, Naruto, Captain Marvel, Wonder Girl, Crypto and Artemis were fighting off the Beastiomorphs. What seemed like hours felt like the whole day, and more of the creatures just kept coming. When Naruto was going to continue, his headache started to act up as he felt like he was gonna black out again. Naruto, yield, Wonder Girl. As she saw a Beastiomorph was about to strike at Naruto, Wonder Girl reacted quickly as she tackled the beast. Naruto feel out cold as he start to have another flashback. Crypto tried to get him up by licking him in the face and parking in his ear, but it was no use. Flashback. Ah. Come on, Sakura. Just once. I promise I'll pay and everything. Please. Naruto's desperate voice drifted over the late afternoon market district as he attempted to beg, bargain, and plead his way into a date with the pink-haired girl in front of him. For the 7th time this week. For the 1,000,000th time, Naruto no. Sakura screamed as her fist hurtled into the side of the blonde boy's head. If he hadn't already been on his knees begging, he surely would have been after such a vicious strike. As it was, he already was on his knees, so he ended up slamming face first into the ground instead. Ida, Sakura, that hurt. Naruto whined as he pulled himself out of the dirt, something he was intimately familiar with doing on a regular basis. Well, maybe the pain will teach you a lesson for once. Sakura shouted before stalking off towards her home. Oh Lord. How many times do I need to tell that idiot that no means no? The only person I want to date is Sasuke. Oh well, there's always tomorrow. No sooner had the mumbled words left his lips, a rock the size of a small lemon slammed into the side of his head and sent him crashing back to the ground in a cloud of dust. I heard that, idiot. No means no. Sakura's scream echoed from down the street as, once again, Naruto was forced to pick himself up from the ground. He gingerly felt his head where the rock had struck him, and his fingers came back red and sticky with blood. Great, now I need to shower before this sets up in my hair. Naruto sighed as he made his way back to his apartment to take a freezing cold shower. It wasn't that he enjoyed the ice-cold water, but rather that he was unable to get any hot water at all unless he boiled it himself. and that prospect was dangerous in and of itself given the age and condition of the old gas stove in his kitchen. A few hours later found Naruto sitting on the edge of his bed, staring forlornly out of one of the only 2 windows in his apartment. The stars twinkled dimly in the sky as he let his eyes just drift among the tiny pinpricks of light. Naruto's gaze eventually wandered to the only picture frame in his room. It was empty. It had always been empty, in fact. Sighing heavily, Naruto reached over and gently plucked the object off of his dresser before gazing at it sadly. I really wish you were here. Naruto had to choke back a sob as the first few tears dropped onto the empty glass of the frame. He honestly didn't know why he got so emotional over the stupid frame anymore. It wasn't like it had any real value. It was just something stupid he bought years ago thinking that he could ask the Hokage for a picture of his parents. I should have known that he wouldn't have a picture. Hell, he wouldn't even tell me their names. After everything else, why did I even expect anything different? Maybe I really am an idiot like everyone says. Yet, nonetheless, Naruto had kept the frame. To him it was like some sort of twisted promise. A demented hope that his parents would suddenly appear out of nowhere and rescue him from his private hell. It was that fragile hope that had kept him going up until now. But looking out into the vast expanse of starlit sky just outside his window, he couldn't help but wonder if his parents were staring at the same sky as him. That they might be on their way to whisk him away from the miserable existence he called a life at this very moment. Ha! Like that would happen. Knowing my luck, they probably abandoned me on purpose. Naruto clenched his hands, oblivious to the soft popping sounds the fragile glass was making inside of the simple wooden frame in his hands. They probably just thought I was a monster like everyone else. What am I saying? Of course they did. What kind of person would want a son like me? His fists clenched harder, causing the glass inside of the frame to snap with a loud crack. Naruto looked down at the glittering shards that were once a single piece of perfectly clear and unblemished glass. Just great. Naruto sighed and hurled the frame out of his window, only taking a small amount of solace in the faint tinkling sound as the razor-sharp fragments of glass struck the pavement of the alley below. Naruto, Naruto, Naruto. Iruka-sensei was forced to yell the blonde's name a 3rd time and throw a nearby blackboard eraser at him before he finally raised his head off his arms to look at his teacher. Wah! Naruto responded groggily as he looked around. Oh, right, class. Well, if you're quite finished with your little midday nap, could you kindly recite the hand seals required to perform the Bunshin no Jutsu? Hey, I kind of forgot. Naruto smiled stupidly as he scratched the back of his head. Tiger, boar, ox, dog. Sasuke, mind filling Naruto in please? Iruka sighed. The boy just simply would not learn. Everything he had tried just seemed to backfire on him. And Iruka was very quickly running out of both ideas and patience. Tiger, boar, ox, dog. Sasuke's bored drawl echoed around the classroom, captivating the majority of the female population of the class while simultaneously irritating the male portion. Correct. Care to demonstrate for us? Iruka smiled as he watched the raven-haired boy flawlessly execute the technique. At least someone pays attention. Naruto eyed the broody Uchiha furiously from across the room. Of course Sasuke can do it. Sasuke can do goddamn everything. If only Iruka-sensei didn't always ask for a demonstration, then I'd show that bastard who's dead last. Naruto growled slightly, causing the sleeping form of Shikamaru next to him to grunt and turn his head away from him. Naruto sighed as he watched Sakura skip happily through the academy gates and off towards the commercial district of Konoha, and for a second he considered whether or not to follow her. On one hand, he knew he would get punched again if she found out, but on the other hand it was a chance to be closer to the only person who ever even acknowledged that he existed. It wasn't a very hard choice. Naruto picked up his pace as he followed the pink-haired girl out of the academy and through the tree-lined streets of the major commercial sector. It was several minutes of walking before the girl stepped inside of a flower shop that Naruto was very familiar with. Of course, if Sakura wanted flowers, where else would she go? Naruto sighed as he stared at the sign above the door that read, Yamanaka Flowers, and took up a position on the park bench underneath the window outside of the store. He may have wanted to spend time with Sakura, even if she didn't know it, but he wasn't suicidal enough to enter that flower shop when he knew that both Sakura and Ino would be present. One of them he could handle, but the two of them double-teaming him would likely result in much more than a few bruises. A few moments passed, and Naruto had considered leaving before either of the two girls spotted him, but the sound of voices filtering through the open window behind him kept him in his seat. Forehead, what are you doing here? I thought I told you we weren't talking until you realized that Sasuke-kun was mine. Shut up, Ino pig, you know I'm here every Monday to get my mother's order, and besides Sasuke is mine, damn it. Ha! Like you could ever impress him. Especially with that wind sail you call a forehead. Just hurry the hell up, Ino, and besides, I'm going to ask Sasuke to dinner tomorrow. Sakura's shout drifted through the window as Naruto felt a knot start to form in his stomach. And just what makes you think he'd want to have dinner with someone like you? Ino drawled over the sound of shifting pottery. Why not? Someone like him, no family, all alone in that big house of his. If I were him, I'd be dying for a nice home-cooked meal by now. The knot in Naruto's stomach tightened at the mention of family. Sasuke, why do you get to have everything when you don't want it, but the only thing I've ever wanted I can't have? Naruto choked back a sniffle as his thoughts shifted to his parents. A man's heart is through his stomach. I never figured you'd be that sneaky, Sakura, but don't think this means I'll let you take him from me just like that. Ha! I'd like to see you try. Sakura shouted as her footsteps echoed across the polished wood floor of the shop before opening the door and snapping Naruto out of his daze long enough for him to dive into a nearby alley. Oh! Ino. Sakura paused, the door halfway open as she turned to face the blonde girl behind the counter. What is it? Oink! 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 Sakura smirked and walked out of the shop to the sound of the other girl's angry ranting. Get last laugh. It took several minutes of staring off in the direction Sakura had left in before Naruto returned to his senses and he began to walk off in the direction of his apartment. But something stopped him in the middle of the street. Looking back over his shoulder, Naruto turned around and headed back towards the flower shop. The jingling sound of bells alerted Ino that someone had just entered through the front door of her family's shop. Hi! How can I? Ino greeted her unknown customer cheerfully from under the counter as she got out another roll of paper for the register. Help you, Naruto? What the hell are you doing here? Get out! Ino's pleasant greeting turned into a shrill yell as her eyes narrowed when she realized just who had walked into the shop. Her hand slowly inching its way towards the nearest object to throw at the blonde boy should it prove necessary. But Ino-chan, Naruto stammered almost incoherently as he backed away from the girl by instinct. He'd never admit it, even to himself, but though the girl was downright scary sometimes. How many times do I need to tell you not to call me Ino-chan? Just Ino is just fine, thank you. Ino pinched the bridge of her nose in an effort to head off her quickly building headache. The idiot just had to walk in when I was at the front counter, of all the rotten luck. I'm sorry, I forgot. Naruto sheepishly scratched the back of his head. Truthfully, he hadn't forgotten. You don't really forget something when it's yelled at you at least once every other day. He had chosen not to listen, and that was a very big difference, at least it was in Naruto's mind anyway. What do you want already, idiot? I don't have all day. Ino rapped her immaculate nails on the aged wooden counter irritably while she waited for the boy in front of her to spit out whatever it was that he had to say so he could hurry the hell up and leave. I just wanted some flowers. Naruto deliberately refused to meet the other blonde's gaze as he spoke. Ino had an uncanny talent to tell when people around her were lying if she wasn't distracted. And the last thing he wanted was to have to explain himself, especially of all to her. Explaining something to Ino invariably found its way to the ears of absolutely everyone else. They're not for billboard brow, are they? Honestly, I don't think you have enough money to even begin to impress her. Ino eyed the boy cautiously. Maybe I'm a bit hard on Sakura sometimes. She's got a hell of a lot to deal with already. No, they're not for her. Naruto mumbled quietly. Ino gave the boy a curious glance. Did he just sound sad? Therefore I am. She's always giving me free bowls of ramen, so I have to do something nice to repay her. Naruto shouted happily as he deliberately locked eyes with the slightly stunned girl. If only everything else was as easy as lying. Oh. Well, in that case, how much money do you have to spend? Ino forced her voice back down towards its usual sing-song rhythm as she spoke. Naruto may be an idiot, but at least he has a good heart. She just couldn't stay angry at him when she knew the reason he had come there in the first place, as long as she didn't spot the flowers being given to a specific pink-haired girl instead. She could at least tell herself that the boy really was just trying to repay someone for a good deed. About 500 Ryo. Oh well, let's see what I can come up with. Naruto cringed at the way her voice changed. it wasn't quite sympathy, it was more like disgust mixed with shock, and maybe a little regret. If he had a choice, he almost would have preferred her usual angry self almost. It only took about 5 minutes for Ino to complete a simple arrangement of flowers consisting of a few different colors of daisies. Well, it's certainly not my best work, but it should be within his price range. I just hope Sakura doesn't bash his skull in too bad. Thanks, Naruto mumbled as he handed her the coins and was out the door even before the girl could tell him that he was welcome. The many etched sides of the memorial stone sparkled brightly in the late afternoon sun. Each name seemed to glimmer and catch the light as Naruto approached the massive slab of black rock. Naruto carefully laid the flowers he had bought earlier at the base of the stone as he slowly knelt down in front of the memorial. Any of these people could be my parents, my family. He delicately ran his hand over the thousands of names carved into the perfectly polished surface. He had, of course, gone over all of the names several times, but he had never found one with a last name that even resembled his. I am sorry, I broke the picture frame last night. I guess I got kind of angry. It's just so hard sometimes not knowing who you are, or hell, I don't even know if you're alive or not. Naruto fought back a sniffle as he continued, I know I'm being stupid, but I guess that's what I'm best at least that's the only thing anyone ever sees in me anyway. I used to try so hard to make you proud, to make everyone realize that I wasn't just a stupid orphan, but now I don't really see the point. Naruto looked up through the trees hanging overhead and sighed deeply as he watched the rays of golden sunlight dance overhead. Maybe I never really did. I spent all those years pretending, smiling and laughing. I thought that if I tried hard enough and long enough I might actually start believing it myself. I guess it kinda worked. No one ever thinks I'm upset, and most people don't try to make me cry anymore. They all know that nothing they could do would make me stop smiling. A few tears rolled down his cheeks as he watched the soft light drifting down between the leaves change colors from a warm gold to a brilliant orange and finally settle on a dazzling crimson red. I just don't know how much longer I can keep smiling. It's so hard sometimes putting on an act for everybody else's benefit, knowing they just don't care. If only I knew who you were, why you left. Anything. Tears were flowing freely now from the blonde's eyes as he watched the leaves sway and dance above him. This was the only place outside of his room that he allowed himself to cry. The only place he allowed his mask to slip and show the real Uzumaki Naruto. It was several hours before Naruto stood and with a final sniffle said his goodbyes to the stone, and potentially his parents. There was only a slim chance that his parents' names were actually carved onto the memorial, but that was all he needed to keep going, at least for now. I hope they liked the flowers. As the blonde finally cleared the area, the shadow that had been watching him moved into the now moonlit clearing, the faint glowing light causing his usually dull silver hair to shine as he approached the stone. Just hang on, Naruto, one day this nightmare will be over. Kakashi mumbled as he traced his finger over the one name on the stone that was carved larger than all of the others, Minuto. Naruto sighed inwardly when he saw the gang of boys approaching the ancient rope swing he was sitting on. Here we go again. You can do this, Naruto, just smile and don't let it get to you. Hey! If it isn't Uzumaki. All alone again, are you? The ringleader smirked. It had only taken him a few months of torturing the blonde boy at lunch before he had figured all of the right buttons to push. The kid never showed it, of course, but it had the proper effect where it mattered, or at least that's what his father always told him. Yep. The other kids just don't know what they're missing, that's all. Naruto flashed the ringleader his famous smile. Man, look at him, no friends and he still smiles like an idiot. Do you feel anything at all besides happiness? A second boy commented, and smiled triumphantly when he watched his target's smile drop ever so slightly. I can think of something else he feels. A third boy shouted as he snatched the lone rice ball that comprised Naruto's entire lunch from the blonde's hands. Hunger. He punctuated his statement by throwing the food into the grass at his feet. Heya, well, a guy's got to eat, you know. Naruto tried to force the happiness into his voice, but he just couldn't quite manage it. It came out strained and almost hysterical. Shit, now they know they're getting to me. If you're so hungry, why aren't you eating your lunch then? The ringleader supplied as he slowly ground his foot into the rice ball. I was done with that already. You can have it if you want. Naruto's stomach growled as he spoke, and almost immediately he was kicking himself over it mentally. You sure? It sure sounds like you're hungry, the boy who originally thrown his food onto the ground commented. Nah, I'm all set, you guys enjoy. Naruto smiled as he slid off the swing, and turned to head back inside. Hey guys. I just thought of something else that he probably feels. The ringleader spoke up suddenly before driving his fist into Naruto's stomach, causing the blonde to gasp in pain and collapse onto the ground as all the wind was driven out of his lungs. Pain. Ha. It looks like you were right too, boss. Yeah, look. He can't even get up. Naruto tried to force the smile back onto his face, but the pain racking through his chest prevented it, so he settled on a glare. Who the hell do you think you're glaring at, Uzumaki? Ha. The ringleader was just about to send his foot crashing into the blonde's diaphragm when the bell signaling the end of lunch rang. Damn. Oh well, there's always tomorrow, right, Uzumaki? Naruto could only nod in response as he desperately tried to pull himself off the ground. If he didn't agree with them, they'd just make it worse later on, and they almost always managed to find a way to do just that. Once his three tormentors were out of sight, Naruto allowed himself a brief moment to collect himself before finally hauling himself off the ground and heading inside. The last thing I need right now is to end up late too. Warning, this scene contains gratuitous violence. Please skip if you know that kind of thing upsets you, thanks. Come on, Sakura. Please. Just this one time, it would make me really happy. Naruto pleaded at the pink-haired girl in front of him, the sound of desperation slowly creeping into his voice as he forced a strained smile onto his face. He had managed to catch her in the academy courtyard and stall long enough that there weren't many other people around. No. Sakura shouted and slammed her fist into the same exact spot that she had hit earlier in the week. If Naruto hadn't been such a quick healer, the girl surely would have been doing brain damage by now. Honestly, Naruto wasn't even sure why he tried anymore. It was kind of degrading, following her around like some sort of sick puppy all the time. Just one little date. I won't tell anyone. I'll even go disguised. Naruto forced the smile back into his voice with all the grace and subtlety of using an explosive tag to start a campfire. This just set the pink-haired girl off again, and he soon found himself crashing into the hard-packed dirt of the courtyard with frightening speed. Why the hell do I put up with all of this again? Oh right, she's the only one who even reacts to anything I do anymore. That had to count for something, right? No. 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 Sakura screeched, punctuating each word with a fist to the side of the head. Naruto winced when he felt something start dripping down behind his ear. Damn, one of her nails must have scratched me on that last one. Do you need me to explain it to you? Can you honestly not understand that I don't have any intention of ever going on a date with you? Another punch landed in the exact same spot as it always did. Her accuracy was uncanny, and for once Naruto wasn't impressed with the number one kunoichi of their generation. Are you really that stupid that you need me to beat the words into that thick skull of yours? Sakura was screaming now. Usually she only vented at him for a few seconds before her more rational side took control and she removed herself from his presence. But for some reason it just didn't kick in like usual. He just had to pick today of all days to start this crap up again. And right after Sasuke-kun refused my invitation to dinner too. I'm gonna kill him. You're stupid, you're lazy, you're a horrible excuse for a ninja. Why in God's name would anyone ever go out with you, let alone me? Each sentence was punctuated by another shattering blow to the exact same spot as the previous ones, and truthfully the ringing in his head was really starting to get to him. Naruto could feel the gentle trickle of blood from the back of his skull working its way down his neck and beginning to pool on the ground under him. Sakura's fist connected squarely with his skull for probably the 11th or 12th time so far today. Hate another punch landed, and Naruto felt something snap inside of him. He had had enough. You! Sakura raised her fist to strike again, but the blonde boy caught it before she could connect. Sakura gasped as she watched the brilliant blue of the boy's eyes bleed away as his pupils became slitted and feral, thick strands of crimson red flowing into them like dye poured into a glass of water. The sudden change in his eyes caught her completely by surprise, and she never registered the crippling blow to her stomach until she was on her back 3 meters away from him. You bitch! Naruto screamed as he followed the girl to the ground, cocking back his fist as he went. His second strike was even harder than the first, and Naruto felt the satisfying snap of bone as he shattered the girl's shoulder. Years I've put up with you hitting me. Just to be close to you. Another punch slammed into Sakura's stomach, causing her breath to forcibly leave her lungs along with a spray of thick blood. All I wanted was to get to know you. That's it. Naruto's next strike slammed into the girl's ribcage, shattering bone and causing her to scream silently in pain as bone broke through skin. I just wanted to be your friend. Another punch slammed into Sakura's stomach, covering his fist with blood and sending thick ribbons of the sticky liquid flying off his fist as he brought it down again. But no. You were too busy fawning over the Uchiha to care. Naruto caught the girl in the jaw with his fist and sent her head crashing into the ground with a sickening smack. All you ever did was hit me. I'm not some punching bag for you to take out your emotional stress on. Naruto's punch slammed into the girl's nose, spraying the both of them with a shower of blood, and it was then that Naruto finally came to his senses. Oh God! Naruto gasped as he looked down at himself. He was completely covered in blood, her blood, it was absolutely everywhere. His hands were stained red with it. He could feel the sticky liquid soaking into his clothes, and he could even hear the soft plops as thick drops of it fell from his matted hair and into the growing pool surrounding them. The girl he was still sitting on top of looked even worse than Naruto felt. Her hair, no longer its usual brilliant pink, was tangled and matted down with blood. A large sliver of bone was protruding from her left shoulder, and the wet gasping sounds she was making were a clear sign that she was choking on her own blood. For a brief second, Naruto was frozen with fear. He had just attacked and nearly killed his classmate, a fellow Konoha citizen, and someone Naruto had, in his dreams at least, considered a friend. What have I done? It was then that Sakura's eyes opened. Her right one was an almost sickening shade of red from a burst blood vessel, but it was the look of absolute terror that her eyes held that shook Naruto to his very core. He had always tried so hard to avoid fighting, but now he really was the monster everyone claimed him to be. Hey! What in God's name is going on out here? The voice of his academy teacher broke Naruto from his thoughts, and his head immediately swiveled to the door of the building. Oh no, Naruto! What did you do? Iruka's strangled cry not only notified the rest of the people in the building, but it jolted Naruto to his senses. And he did the only thing he could think of at the moment, he bolted. Later on in the Hokage Tower the Chunin came to the Hokage and spoke the horrible news. Lord Hokage, Naruto has critically injured one of his classmates and fled the scene. Shall I send an ANBU team to apprehend him? What? Yield the Hokage, what happened? Naruto attacked, and critically wounded, one of the classmates named Sakura Haruno in what appears to be an unprovoked attack shortly after the release of school this afternoon. The girl is in critical condition and has suffered numerous injuries including a broken nose, 2 broken ribs, a punctured lung, internal bleeding, and numerous cuts and bruises. Thank you, Sohei, I will see to the issue personally. Please inform Sakura's parents that I will be visiting them both, as well as their daughter, in the hospital shortly. The Hokage spoke as Sohei scrambled out. Naruto, what have you done this time? Thought the Hokage as he mocked his pipe. Later on in the forest Naruto ran into a cave where nobody will find him. He cried all his tears out as pain was too much for him to handle. I'm so sorry Sakura, I didn't mean to hurt you. Naruto cried in peace as nobody could find him, but eventually they did. There were no charges whatsoever as they didn't want the whole village to get involved, and luckily Sakura lost her memories that day so she couldn't remember what happened. End flashback. Naruto got up in cold sweat as he noticed a woman was rubbing a wet towel over his head. He noticed he was in the infirmary as he saw many Amazons being treated by healers. Naruto saw Crypto standing right next to him, and when the super dog noticed Naruto was awake the dog wagged his tail in joy. Naruto, I see that you're awake, said Captain Marvel. What happened? Asked Naruto. You passed out, but don't worry, we won the battle though. Captain Marvel was eating chicken but failed to notice Naruto left as he went outside. Naruto? Naruto found a perfect spot where he can be alone and sat down on the floor and crossed his legs and closed his eyes as he began to meditate. Naruto blocked all of his surroundings and tried not to get distracted. Naruto was hoping meditating will help his headache as he felt relaxed and calm. Naruto opened his eyes as he noticed he's somewhere else. Naruto noticed that he wasn't wearing any cloths as this must have been in some kind of spirit world or something. Naruto looked up as he saw a raven, but she wasn't wearing cloth either, and her 2 hands were bolted against a big wooden cross and her feet were also bolted. Raven was attached to the cross as she was suffering the same fate Jesus did. Our Raven? Naruto had no idea what was going on as he jumped and tried to pull the bolts out. Naru, to, DD, Raven tried to speak but she was too weak to do so. Don't speak, I'm gonna get you out of here, said Naruto as used his strength to pull out the bolts which caused Raven so much pain. Naruto, don't, I have to suffer for my father's sins, mumbled Raven. What are you talking about? What's going on? Asked Naruto as he saw dark shadows creeping towards them. And Naruto, it was never meant to be, don't say stuff like that. Naruto pulled out one of the stakes out of her other hand. Raven screamed in pain as tried to get her down. The dark shadows turned into black ink and skeleton hands started to appear out from the blackish ink. Naruto, go, don't get involved. Raven paged Naruto to go away, but Naruto didn't listen as he pulled the stakes out of her feet. The blackish ink began to rise, getting closer to Raven. Tears started to flow down Raven's face as she didn't want it to come to this. Raven pushed Naruto at a great distance as he fell into the ink and let it consume her. Raven, no. Naruto shot open his eyes, and as he got up from meditating, what was that? Naruto then saw a ghostly figure from the distance in the courtyard. It had been a sign, so Naruto jumped down and landed on his feet and ran towards the ghostly figure. When Naruto got closer, he noticed that it was a woman wearing a white cloak and hands similar purple hairs like Raven. I thought I felt a disturbance in the spirit world, spoke the mysteries lady. Who are you? Asked Naruto as he made sure nobody was around. He didn't want anybody thinking he was crazy as he saw things nobody else sees. My name is Arella, why were you in the spirit world? Asked Arella, who was not pleased with what the boy discovered. I have no idea. I don't know how I got there, but I want to know what the hell was that? Asked Naruto, who was demanding answers. You must be, Naruto Uzumaki, my daughter thinks about you in her sleep, as Arella said that it clicked into Naruto's head as he knew who she was. Why, you're Raven's mother, aren't you? Asked Naruto. Arella nodded yes as she didn't speak much. So tell me, grandma, what was that back there? Naruto wasn't kind as he spoke to Raven's mother, but he had his reasons. My daughter is about to take my husband's place as the new demon lord, said Arella. What? Who was her father? Asked Naruto. Her father was a evil interdimensional demon, named Trigon. Naruto shocked as he couldn't believe what he heard. Her father was a demon. Asked Naruto. Arella nodded. I can show what you need to know, but it might increase your condition knowing that you have the side effect traveling to other worlds. I'll deal with it, just show me, said Naruto, who didn't care for the unbearable pain. Arella placed her finger on Naruto's head, and whatever she did made Naruto's headache get even worse. Raven's memories. You see, Naruto, since the beginning I was chosen for a great honor. I became a bride to the demon Trigon so that one day Raven will be used to teleport Trigon into this world, said Arella, who showed Naruto Raven as a baby who was covered in blood as he saw the memory of Arella giving birth to Raven. I never wanted this fate for my daughter, but they said it was destiny. One day that day finally came. Raven and her friends killed Trigon and everything was back to normal. However, little did Trigon know that the planet he gonna destroy was gonna be his last. Arella exclaimed. If my husband won, he had to suffer for the 1,000 sins he committed. The gods grew angry at Trigon's obsession over destroying worlds, so it was told that if Trigon destroyed one more world he would be taken to the gates of hell and remain there forever. However, my daughter and her friends killed Trigon, because of fact that Trigon is unable to return. He chose Raven to take his place. But what about what I just saw back in my dream? Did Raven? Naruto didn't finish as Raven's mother spoke. No, but it's something that will happen very soon. What you just saw was Raven's soul self being consumed by darkness, but it hasn't happened, not yet. The ones who will do the honors of taking Raven to hell will be her siblings. Raven has siblings? Asked Naruto. Yes, and they are demons, lord of the 7 circles of hell. How do I stop it? Asked Naruto. There is no stopping it. Bullshit. There has to be a way. You cannot stop them, Naruto. If you try they will kill you. No, I've done the impossible many times before and I'm willing to even give up my soul just to save her. There has to be a way. Yield, Naruto demanding an answer to help his friend. Well, there is one way, but it's suicide. I'll deal with it, just please, tell me how. A long time ago, there was a myth about a man who went down to hell just to save his lover. However, only holy warriors can enter the gates of hell, and from looking at your background you don't seem like a believer. True, I was never really into any type of religion, but I'm willing to believe now, said Naruto. Alright, what you must do, you have to enter the gates of hell. but in order to do that you must find the gates of Hades. What's the gates of Hades? Asked Naruto. It's an accent entrance to the gates hell, it's located in Turkey, but before you go there you need the guidance of spiritual warriors. One is Dr. Fate and others like the Spectre. Find them and will they give you information about the underworld. Okay, what about the Titans? Asked Naruto. I'm afraid Naruto, only spiritual warriors can go, sorry. Wah. You see, warriors with magic and demonic power have a better chance at surviving the wraths of hell, and with the fox with you, you must bring a cross with you, said Iruka. Naruto. You must not tell Raven about this, she gets very negative about herself. End Raven's memories. Naruto was back into reality as he saw he was in Themyscira again. Iruka began to fade as it was her time to go. Remember Naruto, if you're sure about saving my daughter from this fate, then I'll make sure you come back from the inferno and whatever you do, do not listen to Lucifer. Iruka didn't finish as she was gone. Naruto knew he was out of his mind. Naruto Uzumaki was gonna go to hell, the place that nobody in the right mind wants to go just to save the one he loves. Hours later Naruto tried to forget what happened bad there as he wanted to focus on what's happening now. Wonder Girl saw Hoar's Naruto as she ran towards him to tell him the news. Naruto, we are about to head to Circe's domain and put a stop to her once and for all, and we need you to come with us. Okay then, let's get going, said Naruto. Naruto and the gang were heading to Circe's island. Naruto was riding on Crypto and Captain Marvel was holding Artemis as they flew above the ocean. When they got to Circe's island they noticed the whole place was in ruins. Every Beetymorph was on the ground dead and a couple of mutate humans as well. What happened here? Asked Wonder Girl. Naruto felt like he has seen those mutated humans before, but it was impossible if Orochimaru had anything to do with it. Naruto followed the group as they went inside the castle. When they were inside so far everybody was dead and it didn't seem that there was anybody alive at all. I don't like the looks of this, said Artemis, who felt this had trouble written all over it. When they got to Circe's room they saw a giant white snake who wrapped itself around Circe's body and looked like it was about to eat her. Wonder Girl used her rope to stop the snake from eating Circe and she pulled in towards her. Captain Marvel then punched the snake and make it crash against Circe's bed. The snake slowly got up and it saw a familiar face. Naruto Uzumaki, this is a surprise. The snake spoke, which shocked everybody including Naruto. The snake opened its mouth and was spitting out a body. As it spat out the human body it collapsed on the floor dead and the human body rose up revealing himself. No, it can't be, said Naruto as he saw the one man he thought was dead rise up from the floor. Orochimaru, said Naruto as he glared at his old enemy. Well, Naruto, I thought I would never see you again, so if you're here Kakashi must be too, said Orochimaru, who didn't wear the same cloths. Orochimaru was actually wearing modern cloths with a black leather jacket with a blue color shirt and some fancy shoes. No, I'm here alone. What, don't believe what I am seeing right now. You should be dead Orochimaru, last time I heard Sasuke killed you, said Naruto, who got out his kunai knife. Naruto, you know this person? Asked Wonder Girl. Yes, he did kill me, but if anything unexpected happened I used a jutsu on myself, so if I was ever to die my body would reincarnated in a different world, said Orochimaru, who licked his lips. Well, that's good, so I can kick your ass for corrupting the only friend I had, said Naruto, who couldn't wait to kill him. You turned Sasuke into a monster. Oh please Naruto, Sasuke was a monster long before you even knew him. Aren't you forgetting the death of his clan? Yeah, but he already killed his older brother Itachi, but that wasn't enough and now he plans to destroy the whole Leaf Village, said Naruto as he remembered the last time they fought each other. When Naruto looked into Sasuke's eyes he knew he wasn't the Sasuke he remembered. What a shame, said Orochimaru as he turned his back. Well, it's payback time. Naruto charged at Orochimaru and tried to stab him, but every time Naruto tried to hit him Orochimaru dodged every hit. It was like trying to hit thin air itself as Naruto felt like he wasn't getting anywhere until the snake freak tried to stroke a blow, but Naruto quickly blocked it and punched the snake lord in the guts, which caused Orochimaru to take a step back. Well, I've seen you got stronger the last time we were up against each other, said Orochimaru, who was surprised that his boy would even lay a finger at him. All of a sudden the heroes got involved as Wonder Girl jumped and tried to punch the snake MN into the ground, but she missed and created a giant crater on the floor. If you are from Naruto's world, then what were you doing here with Circe? Asked Wonder Girl. Well, me and that witch were planning to work together, but however me and her in a disagreement, so I tried to consume her body as my own, said Orochimaru, who was licking his lips again. I sure hope not. It's bad enough for you to even steal abilities back in our own world, but in this world we could have a real problem, said Naruto. Huh, what would you know, boy? Asked the Snake Lord. You think I'm stupid? You tried to do the same thing to Sasuke. Naruto charged at Orochimaru again and threw in some faster punches. Even though Orochimaru dodged some of them, he couldn't mock the boy's speed. Unexpectedly, Captain Marvel punched Orochimaru in the face, which blew him out of the castle. Orochimaru fell in the ocean as he disappeared. Naruto looked outside as he could see Orochimaru anymore, but he knew it wasn't over. He knew he was gonna ruin into Orochimaru once again, and this time he will make sure Orochimaru will pay for what he has done. Captain Marvel dropped Naruto off at the Titan's tower, and when he left, Naruto noticed that there was a crashed T-ship on the surface of the beach. He also saw drips of blood that led to the tower, which the front door was left open. Oh no, Naruto then ran inside the tower, which Crypto followed. When Naruto got to the main room, he saw Beast Boy lying on the floor, who was badly injured. Naruto helped Beast Boy on his feet as he laid him down on the sofa. Beast Boy, what happened? Asked Naruto, who got the first aid kit out and tried to stop the bleeding. It was a trap. They knew we were coming. It happened so fast. They captured everybody, including Raven, said Beast Boy, who had a mouth full of blood. They took Raven? Beast Boy nodded. I managed to escape, however as you can see they fucked me up pretty bad. Don't say another word, we need to get you to a hospital, said Naruto, who wrapped Beast Boy up. And no dude, I can still fight, said Beast Boy as he tried to get up. Don't kid yourself, Beast Boy, you can barely stand. Naruto helped Beast Boy up as they were going to the nearest hospital. You're going to the hospital, Beast Boy, and that's final. And 10 minutes later, Naruto and Beast Boy arrived at the hospital. Beast Boy was in the hospital bed wrapped up in bandages as Naruto sat next to him. Hello, are you Naruto Uzumaki? Asked the doctor. It's pronounced as Naruto, and yes I am. The doctor gave Naruto a clipboard full of paper, and it looked like Naruto needed to sign it. What are these medical papers? Asked Naruto as he began to sigh his name. No, it's just a photo of you. My daughter asked if she can have your autograph. By that, Naruto flipped the paper over as he saw a picture of himself. Naruto was a bit surprised as he didn't know he was famous around here. Oh okay, here you go. What about Beast Boy? Asked Naruto, who shrugged off the awkward moment. Well, his injuries are pretty severe, but it was a good thing you got him here on time. If he didn't come here any sooner he would probably die from blood loss. When will he be better? I'll say maybe about 2 days, but for now all he needs is some rest. Thank you, doctor. As the doctor left, Naruto noticed Beast Boy was waking up from his nap. Beast Boy, you're okay. Beast Boy tried to get up, but Naruto forced him back down as he knew Beast Boy was still injured. Hey, take it easy. You're not in good condition to go back out there just yet. And Naruto, we have no time to waste, dude, the whole W world is in danger. What are you talking about, Beast Boy? Asked Naruto. Beast Boy turned on the TV as the news were talking about Hive's new threat. News reporter. It seems we're about to head for the worst. We have received a message from Queen Bee that the Titans have been captured and she will do her worst started today. Queen Bee. Hello people from across the globe, this is Queen Bee speaking, your future queen. As you have heard, your guardians have fallen and are under my control now. Your government have failed to participate in my goals, and for that I will order Ocean Master to unleash the Kraken. Let Jump City be an example to all of you when you see it being dragged into the deep. If you try to leave the city, well, kaboom. Naruto heard a booming noise. He ran and looked out the window and saw the bridge being blown up. Now there was no way for the people to leave the city. Fuck. Yelled Naruto. He got pissed that everybody was going to die unless he doesn't think of something quickly. Some came through the door as it was Aqualad who stormed in. Aqualad? I thought you were supposed to be with the Titans. Asked Naruto. I couldn't make the cut. Naruto were in serious trouble. Said Aqualad, who looked like he was out of breath. Moment later, Aqualad told Naruto about an huge, ancient beast known as the Kraken that was heading to Jump City. So you're saying that a legendary monster that was known to be in many stories that has dragged and sunk thousands of ships is real and is heading here? Asked Naruto in disbelief. Naruto has heard many stories about the monster even in his own world, but it was just a myth and it doesn't exist. Yes Naruto, my people have trapped that thing for hundreds of years and now Ocean Master has freed it from its prison, and when it gets here it will drag the entire city into the ocean. What about the Titans? Asked Beast Boy. They will have to wait, right now it's heading this way. As Aqualad finished warning them about the Kraken, they heard the wind blowing restlessly outside the window as they noticed it was getting dark. Outside as huge storm was coming. The ocean became restless as a huge whirlpool formed from the distance. They heard loud thunder from the skies and also heard sirens going off as thousands of people evacuated the city in heading for cover. Oh no, it's here, said Aqualad as a horrified look formed in his face. We need to get out there, said Naruto. He was about to jump out of the window but was stopped by Aqualad. Wait Naruto, you can't fight that thing alone, this isn't like what happened on the plane, this is a giant octopus you're about to face, explained Aqualad. But we don't have time, said Naruto. I know, but at least take what left of the Titans, said Aqualad as he introduced to a small humanoid fish man named Tram and 3 little kids named Melvin, the Teether and Timmy Tantrum, including a giant bear named Bobby. You're kidding me. This is all we have, yelled Naruto as he couldn't believe that a small fish man and 3 little kids including a freaky bear were the only ones who can help him fight the legendary Kraken. Sorry Naruto, but this is all we have left. What about you Aqualad? Asked Naruto. I have to go handle Ocean Master, sorry but he must be stopped, said Aqualad as he ran off, leaving Naruto with 3 kids and 2 weird monster-looking things. Naruto slapped his hand on his face as he felt hopeless. He just hoped the kids don't get in the way. Alright, let's. Naruto was interrupted as Melvin pulled on his sleeves to get his attention. What? Timmy needs to go potty, said Melvin as she pointed at Timmy, who looked like he was about to explode. Bathroom. Bathroom, yelled Timmy as he looked like he was dancing. Oh boy, said Naruto, getting annoyed. 5 minutes later Naruto, Crypto, Tram and the 3 kids including the bear were on what was left of the bridge as they saw old sunken ships rising from the water, which was caused by the mighty force of the whirlpool. Naruto thought of a quick plan, but he wasn't sure if it was gonna work, but it was better than nothing. Alright, Krydo and Tram, I need you to stay with me, and you, weird, bear, thing, I need you to follow me while watching the kids and make sure they don't leave your side, ordered Naruto as the teddy bear nodded his head. Alright, let's go, said Naruto as he jumped off the bridge and landing on one of the sunken ship while everybody else followed. Aqualad was on the other side of the bridge as he glared at Ocean Master before him. Ocean Master, you know damn well that the unleashing the Kraken is forbidden. Do you not remember what it did to our city? So he might have caused some minor damages to Atlantis. Big deal with the Kraken under my control. I will kill Aquaman, and once I'm done with his city I'll order it to destroy Atlantis, said Ocean Master. You're lying, that thing is too dangerous, it cannot be controlled, it will kill you too. We'll see about that, now die. Ocean Master then shot a magical beam at Aqualad, who jumped out of the way before the beam could hit him, but he didn't do so well when Ocean Master hit him on the head with his trident. Aqualad felt very dizzy from the hit on the head, but however he managed to roll out of the way from another hit as Ocean Master tried to stab him where he laid. Aqualad was on his feet and jumped over the trident that was swung below him, but while he was in the air managed to do a roundhouse kick on Ocean Master's face. Hospital. Beast Boy was laying on his bed silently while every nurse and staff tried to move the patents to a safer area. However, no nurse or staff has got to move him yet. Beast Boy stared off to space as he tried to remember what happened back at the Hive Moon base. Flashback. In the moon base, Beast Boy changed into a gorilla, then body slammed the bird girl named Talon. Talon was knocked out as Beast Boy changed back as he noticed the group of media humans were all defeated. Alright, that's the last of them, now let's go stop Queen Bee. As Robin led the way, they saw a random metal door open that revealed a dark-skinned teen girl with head hair who seemed to be under Queen Bee's control. Dude, look, Queen Bee sent another of her puppets, said Beast Boy, staring at the strange girl walking up to them slowly. How can you tell she is a drone? Asked Robin, but then Cyborg noticed something. Yo, look at her eyes. I think that how you tell if someone is a drone or not, as Cyborg pointed out, but then the girl stopped where she was and stood there staring. The Titans heard Queen Bee speaking to them from the speakers as she introduced the strange 15-year-old. "You Titans are gonna have a blast with this one. I found her in Naruto's world and brought her here, and then I putted some of my toys inside her head. Her name is Amaru, the Jinchuriki of the Zero-Tail Leech." "What the hell is a Jinchuriki?" asked Beast Boy, who was stumped by what Queen Bee said. "Oh my god, you bitch, you were the one who's been kidnapping them," yelled Raven, who scolded the voice of Queen Bee. "Oh, ho, 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 ho. Well, you're half right, but no, unfortunately some crazy cult could the Akatsuki captured and killed all of the Jinchuriki except one, and that's the Nine-Tailed Demon. Fox, as you can see, most of these people are rare to find, as most of them left their village from being a weapon of a greedy race who care nothing about the demon host except for it to only live to serve its village and die. Wow, such poor things. Their only purpose is just to be a slave, and that why I want Naruto so he can be cured of his pain. Just look how unsad Amaru is," said Queen Bee. The group was surprised except Raven. "What does friend Naruto have anything to do with it?" asked Starfire. "Because Naruto is a Jinchuriki and he is the last of his kind," said Raven, who told Naruto's secret. "What? You knew the whole time and you didn't tell us this?" said Robin, who was surprised Raven would keep such a secret. "Why would I tell you something you're not familiar with? It would have been a hassle just to tell you guys what a Jinchuriki is." "Dude, what the hell is a Jinchuriki?" yelled Beast Boy, who got confused, including the rest of the Titans who had no idea what a Jinchuriki is. "You Titans are about to find out," said Queen Bee as she started to order Amaru to kill the Titans. "Now Amaru, my dear, kill them." A dark aura surrounded Amura hat, formed into some kind of huge dark slithering creature with a Japanese no mask on its head. "What the fuck is that thing?" said Cyborg, who was frightened by the giant leech, who began to form a giant, creepy, unnatural grin on its face as it began to attack. An epic battle began between the Titans and the Zero-Tailed Leech. Each Titan gave it everything they got, which they managed to hurt it by Cyborg blowing it into pieces with his cannon and his rockets. They even blew it with Starfire's plasma balls. Beast Boy, however, turned into a T-Rex and went on a rampage on the beast as he tried to munch on it with his giant teeth and succeeded. However, Raven didn't do anything as she felt something in her was being sucked out and was being absorbed by the beast. Raven felt weak as she knew she couldn't fight such a monster. However, Raven wasn't the only one feeling weird, as the Titans felt the same thing. They hurted the beast, but they didn't kill it, as every time they decapitate it, it just puts itself back together. The Zero-Tails began to attack again as its tendrils from its body formed them into hands as it clombered the Titans. It happened so fast as Beast Boy found himself bleeding on the ground and saw Raven using her demon powers on the giant Japanese leech. For the first time Beast Boy saw Raven with real angel wings, except they were black, not white. Raven kept clawing at the beast and managed to put up a good fight, but in the end she lost as her powers and will were drained out from her body. Every other Titan were on the ground unconscious as well, including Raven, but Beast Boy was still awake and he knew he would be captured if he stayed any longer, and he was proven right as Bumblebee, Superboy, Barisha and every other Titan walked by as mindless drones. Beast Boy made a run for it as the drones didn't see him. Beast Boy got to the T-ship, but he was wounded all over as he knew he couldn't drive the thing by himself, but it was worth the try. Beast Boy started up the ship, but all of a sudden Zero-Tails came and tried to break the glass to try to capture Beast Boy, but however it stopped as the gates were open and it tried to hold on to something as it didn't want to get sucked into space. Beast Boy got away as the turrets tried to shoot him down. End of flashback. Beast Boy. Beast Boy stopped spacing out as he heard a familiar voice call his name. Beast Boy turned his head as he looked at the direction of the person who could his name. It was Terra, who stood in front of the door as she closed it from the loud noises coming from the hallway. "Terra? Why are you here?" asked Beast Boy. Back outside in the stormy night, Naruto and the others saw the giant octopus rise from the whirlpool. This thing was bigger than Naruto could even imagine. It was even bigger than a cruise ship. "Okay, now I'm frightened," said Naruto as he stared at the yellow glowing eyes of the legendary beast. "Wow, look at the size of that octopus," said Melvin as she pointed at it while Timmy was playing in the rain. Tram started to use the warship's guns, and even though they haven't worked over 70 years he managed to fix them and started shooting at the Kraken. However, the machine guns and the missiles weren't enough as it managed to take those hits. The Kraken grabbed a random ship with its giant tentacles and threw it at the ship Naruto and the other were on. OHSHIT. Yield Naruto. Land of Fire, Konoha a.k. a Leaf Village. At the Hokage office Sarutobi was waiting for Naruto to come to his office. As Naruto came in the office Sarutobi was surprised that Naruto looked all worn out and the Hokage can tell Naruto was training as he saw the sweat tripping down his chin but however strangely he wasn't wearing his headband. What do you need, old man? I have to get ready for the Forest of Death challenge, so please make it quick, Naruto whined as he wanted to get stronger and win Sakura's heart. Naruto Uzumaki, I've known you since you were born, and I never did tell you who your parents were and I'm sorry about that. Naruto, I feel you need to skip the Chunin exams. The Hokage was cut off by Naruto. What? I just feel like you need to be put in a spatial program where they can still teach you how to be a greater ninja, besides it's better being here where you feel be in more pain, said the Hokage who spoke calmly despite Naruto's rage. I'm fine where I'm at, I don't need no stupid program, said Naruto as he turned around and walked away but was stopped by the Hokage's voice. Naruto, wait. The Hokage sighed as he was gonna explain Naruto about going somewhere else. Naruto, the truth is I won't be here forever. Every day I see you, you're either being chased by a mob or by being beaten up by other children, and then I either see you in your room on the floor crying or in the hospital wrapped in bandages, and going to this program will help. But I don't want to leave this village because how the hell will I be Hokage if I'm far away? Naruto, being Hokage will not make you happy. You will still be lonely and in reality your so-called friends will still hate you because of the fox. Fuck you, old man. Yield Naruto. Naruto, enough. I know I kept you in the dark about your parents, and I'm sorry about that. You see, I promised your parents that I will protect you, and I haven't. This village has brought nothing to you, but pain and misery, and yet you want to throw everything away, just for you to make these villagers like you. The Hokage started to get a little emotional for the first time as he shed a tear. Naruto, one day, you will have to make a choice in your life, to become a better man, and whoever that man is gonna change the world. You have a choice, Naruto, and whatever that choice is, will remain with you for the rest of your life. So I beg you, please make the right choices and never throw away the ones who truly love you. Naruto was still glared at the Hokage as he didn't bother to listen the man's words of wisdom. Foolish old man, like you know anything about me. Choices are just choices, they don't mean anything, and if I have to be Hokage to win the people's respect then I'll do it, and I'll be the most happiest boy in the world. That said, Naruto walked out of the Hokage's office, but little did he realize that his choices of words struck the Hokage's heart. It wasn't because Naruto called the Hokage a foolish old man, but it was because of Naruto not realizing what choices he should make, and that's fighting for something more important than being Hokage, and it's something else Naruto has been fighting for all along. Naruto was walking in the hallway until he saw his old abusive caretaker Fukami, who owned the orphanage he used to live in when he was a kid. Naruto just glanced at her for a few minutes while walking past her, ignoring her glare at him. For many years, as Naruto could remember, Fukami has always abused him, and she has always said that his existence in this world was a mistake. Naruto just kept walking. What he said to the Hokage was one of his biggest regrets he has ever made, and after the Hokage died he wished he could take it back. End flashback. Naruto and everybody else kept firing at the Kraken. Alright, this isn't working, I guess I have no choice but to get close to that thing. Crypto, let's go. Naruto got on Crypto's back and they flew towards the beast. As Naruto and Crypto got closer, the Kraken saw them and tried to reach and catch them with its tentacles, and even though the tentacles managed to reach them, they couldn't catch them as the super dog was too fast for them. Naruto used his dragon sword to cut every tentacle that got in their way, while Crypto used his laser eyes to burn off any tentacles that have gotten too close to them, which made the Kraken very angry. The Kraken spat out balls of what looked like eggs. As the one of eggs hit Naruto and Crypto, it exploded, but it wasn't for to blow them away, it was for to unleash its mini octopus monsters, as about 5 of them crawled all over Naruto and the super dog. The eggs also landed some parts of the city as people fled from the mini sea monsters. The police started to shoot down every creature they saw, but soon became overrun by them. Naruto and Crypto tried to get them off as they started to bite all over. The pain was unbearable as it was like being stung by giant bees. As Naruto and Crypto tried to get them off, Naruto jumped off of Crypto and started to create his Rasengan as fell above the Kraken. As the Rasengan touched the Kraken's big head, Naruto thrusted it, which strangely blew through the Kraken's head like a bullet. Naruto was jumped off the Kraken and was cashed by Crypto as they flew away. Ocean Master saw what happened as he didn't pay attention to his opponent. NNOO. Tram used the guns on the warship shoot at the Kraken's wounds where its weak spot that Naruto made is. The Kraken began to sink back into the ocean as its blood spilled all over the ocean. As Ocean Master wasn't looking, Aqualad knocked him out with his own trident. Hospital. Beast Boy couldn't believe Terra was here, and she wasn't wearing a school uniform anymore, but instead she wore her old black t-shirt with the yellow T in the middle, including her shorts, boots, goggles, and the new part about it was she was now wearing a yellow-brown jacket. "Why are you here?" asked Beast Boy. To apologize. Beast Boy glanced at Terra for a while as he was surprised that Terra would apologize to him now. I was selfish. I never meant to abandon you, and it was bad enough for me to betray you when I chose to work for Slade, said Terra. But why apologize to me now? Terra sighed as she was about to explain why. The life I thought I wanted wasn't exactly what I thought it would be. Your friend Naruto was right all along. I've been lying to myself this whole time. As Terra mentioned Naruto's name, Beast Boy was surprised that Naruto tried to convince Terra to come back, which made Beast Boy regret the rash words he said that day. I mean, look at me. I have no family, no money, and the doctor says I'm at the breaking point of getting lung cancer. I've been smoking too much of this crap for a long time and I can't stop, said Terra as she threw the cigarettes in the trash. So Naruto tried to convince you to come back? Asked Beast Boy. Terra nodded yes, he told me everything. I'm so sorry. I never realized how much damage of what my choices have caused until Naruto told me. I just thought it would have been better if you guys didn't know I existed, however now I'm willing to make up for it. Beast Boy looked confused at first but then was dragged off of his bed and they fled from the hospital, and to pit Beast Boy's condition Terra didn't care as they went to the hospital parking lot. Beast Boy glanced at what Terra was about to drive and his eyes was about to pop out of his sockets. Now way. Later on, Beast Boy was holding on Terra as they were riding on some sort of flying motorbike. It was hard to describe, but it was yellow and had the Teen Titans symbol on it. Terra, where the hell did you get this thing? I know a guy, said Terra as they went full speed towards the bridge where the others were at. Naruto, including what was last of the Titans, were all gathering at the bridge. Alright, I'm sick of being a victim. We need to attack the Hive today. You do realize that's on the moon, right? Asked Aqualad. Naruto still protested. Let's go then, the other Titans did it, so why can't we? It's not that simple, Naruto. Our T-ship is scrap and not even NASA can help use because they haven't done a rocket launch in years, said Aqualad. But there has to be a way. Like what? Asking the Chinese if we could borrow their rocket? You can't be serious. There is no other ship in this world that could take yous to the moon. The only ones that could is our own ships. The Justice League or NASA, and maybe Russia. I have a solution. Everybody looked up as they saw Terra with Beast Boy on some sort of flying bike landing down. I know a man who can help yous. Terra, said Naruto.